Let's do this one more time. Hang on. I am confused at what OBS is doing right now. So you can actually see me. Uh-huh. Oh, these are still here. Interesting. Can you hear me is the next question. Because I'm flying blind on my OBS right now. It is not actually rendering on my end on OBS what I'm doing, like at all. So I don't actually know. I have absolutely no ability to adjust anything on OBS's end, which is weird. But I'm afraid if I close it, it'll crash out the whole stream. Yay! Excellent. So OBS is just being really weird today. The next question is, can you hear the legally distinct Animal Crossing music? It's in the credits, but I have uh picked out all of the Animal Crossing music from the Spotify playlist that's in the credits of legally distinct covers of Nintendo music. One of the streamers that I like uses it, so I was like, let me pull out the Animal Crossing ones from it and play those for today. Because we're talking about Animal Crossing. You can't hear the music. No. Maybe the music will work when I transition to the page with the actual photos on it. I can hope and pray at least. I don't know why it's forcing me to fly blind today in OBS. It makes me extremely nervous. Oh, let's try this. No, I don't want to do that. Uh, yeah, I don't know why it stopped letting me see things. Okay, we're gonna transfer over and hopefully it doesn't break everything. And now I'll go back to YouTube to see if I can see what I can actually see. Ah. Okay, good. You can see the pictures. I'm still here. I'm still wiggling. I still got my plushie. I can turn the music up a little bit. Oh, that was muting it. That was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. How about now? It's so weird having to fly completely through YouTube. The fact that OBS is not actually showing me anything. Yay! Hopefully the music isn't too loud, because I turned it up. I can always turn it down though. I am such a bad judge of whether or not music is the right volume for stream. Because on my end, I think everything's too loud, so I always want it really quiet. I think that's why all my streams end up really quiet. We've done it. I've never done a stream like this before, sharing IRL photos, and I have also never done a stream like this where OBS isn't letting me see in real time what I'm doing. So there's a first for everything. But my model seems to be working. You can see the photos, you can hear the music. I have a hot tea as well as a bottle of flavored water. and a snack if I need a snack. So we're ready to roll. Oh, also, another thing I was worried about is I'm using the Wi-Fi connection for Bluetooth for Bluetooth for VTube Studio instead of the wired connection, because the Wi-Fi connection used to not work on my old phone, but I have a new phone for better tracking. Ha ha ha. I feel like it's working pretty well so far. I feel like it has a lot more range of my eyebrows. Just wiggling my eyebrows intensely. And it can tell, like, when I don't have my full smile and have the little just teepees. Will I be able to use any of the toggles? Not with the way my computer's trying to break today, but it's okay. I'm really gonna have to figure out why my model has suddenly started overloading my video card, because it never used to do that. I am mildly confused. But we are here for Animal Crossing Aquarium chair time. So, the Animal Crossing Aquarium is the reason I have my Chloe plushie in my hands here is because I actually brought my Chloe plushie with me because she's Stimky Orca. She belongs in the ocean. I had to bring her. It was important. It was very important. So you'll see her in a lot of pictures. I also have a plushie of Hamlet from Animal Crossing because he's my favorite villager, little hamster. I love him. I love my little hamster. I have a plushie of him that was custom made because there are no actual plushies of him. This is Hamlet Erasure. I can't believe it. But I have my custom Hamlet that I brought with me, so he'll show up in some pictures too. But I could not figure out how to get him to work well with my model because you think Chloe has a big head, he has a really big head, and so he kept trying to cover my model's face. But it's fun, everything's fun. These fishies were the fishies that they had at the very front. So when you went to go in, they had, I guess I should specify, this was at the Sealife Aquarium in Orlando. It's in the thumbnail, but I think they did this collab at well, I know they did it at a bunch of the Sealifes. I don't know if it was all of them because I don't know how many there are. But I went to the one in Orlando because that is the one that was an actual distance I could reasonably travel to from just outside of Tampa, Japan. Yeah, you may not know it. Disney World, very, very close to Japan. But this one specifically is inside of this thing in Orlando they call Icon Park, which is like a big kind of like mall. Like it had like an indoor play place and like a food court, and like there was a bunch of other attractions off of it too, but then one of the door went to the aquarium. And so in front of the aquarium they had this outside, like in the mall part. This was actually the counter where you got your tickets. The counter was a fish tank, and they had these guys in them. I don't know what they're called because it was outside of the aquarium. It didn't have all the facts. And then you went inside, and the first room had these fishies with the stripes on them. There was a lot of pictures of these fishies with the stripes on them. Here's Chloe with the fishy. I love this one because he's looking right at the camera. He was posing for me. It was so fun. This music's jamming. You would like a fish counter, right? I also would like a fish counter. I would like to be able to count all of the fish, but also I would like to be able to have the counter with fish in it. They used to do that at Rainforest Cafe. They used to have the fish in the bar, and then they changed it, and now it's just bubbles. And I'm sad because I liked the fish bar. But I'm guessing it was really hard to take care of them, and probably a food safety issue. This fish looking straight at me. He is rapidly approaching her location. And here's my Hamlet! My custom Hamlet plushie! Also with a fishy trying to look at the camera. He is wearing the Pixel sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt because that's what I made him wear in the game. So it was very cool of the person who made him to do this. I probably could get the info on who made him still. It was 6 years ago. But I commissioned him through Facebook, so I'd have to log into my now defunct Facebook to find out what her name was. Chloe again with Fishy. I did go with friends, so you will see multiple different hands holding the plushies in some of the pictures. I'm not gonna tell you which one is my hand. You'll never know. A good close-up of the fishies. You can really see all her scales. Oh yeah, I have the ability to zoom on my photo album. I forgot. Look at them scales. Okay, if you zoom in this far, it doesn't look like scales anymore. But they had very pretty colors. I feel like the choice of the blue light they picked was a good pick because it really makes the stripes look like they're like glowing. It was very cute. As I said, I took a lot of pictures of these fish in the first room, because I thought they were cool, and also, if you've ever been to an aquarium, once they let you in, the front room always gets kind of crowded with people just standing there going, ooh, ah, fishies, and taking a long time in the first room before they start walking through and realizing, oh, there's a lot more aquarium here. I should walk faster and look at more things and not just stay in this first room. So the first room was hard to get out of, so I spent a lot of time in here taking pictures of these fish waiting to be able to walk. The sign! I probably should have made this the first picture. These pictures are organized entirely in chronological order. They're not, I did not go through and reorganize them. This is the order of how I saw them. So you're getting an actual real life tour of the aquarium in order. I made sure to not include any of them that have reflections of my face or one of my friends' faces. There may still be some random people that are unidentifiable in them, but they're not people me or I know, so they can't dox me or my friends, so I didn't really care about the strangers. Sorry, strangers. You can't really tell. It's the only part where you can really see them is the tunnel. You'll see later, you'll understand. She does look like she's underwater. I think it's the lighting. This room was very blue. But yes, Sealife in Orlando. Orlando! It was very cool. They have a couple of different signs where you could see where the place is. And I was like, I'm not hiding where the place is. I don't live here. People can know I traveled. Here's Hamlet. He's also under the water. He looks less under the water than Chloe does. But that's fine. I thought the sign was very cool, and I had to get pictures of both of them with it. Here we go. The first actual Animal Crossing thing. So, the way that they had it set up here is they had these little blavers signs everywhere that would have the picture of the fish in the game. It had the little logo. And then it would have blavers and stuff that he says about it, but also stuff that the aquarium staff says about it. Hamlet. I love him. Pat, pat my Hamlet. Oh, I have a hand that can actually pat him. Pat, 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 pat. So, and I thought it was cute that they actually made a little Animal Crossing character of the aquarium staff. The sea bass. It is given to a variety of different species of saltwater fish. There are a very bunch, with some as small as 4 inches and some as staggeringly ginormous as 8 feet. It's a bit pedestrian, though many species have better names, such as red-banded perch. Red-banded perch is a cool name, he's right. Or the delightfully whimsical dusky grouper. Or the potato cod. Will no one think of the pink Mau Mau? Is that how you pronounce that? Mau Mau? Like a cat? Mau Mau! I've never heard of potato cod. I'm gonna have to look that up. Aquarium staff says there are hundreds of different types of sea bass. They are carnivores and eat other fish, crustaceans, mollusks, and invertebrates. Groupers are a type of sea bass and grow up to 8 feet long and weigh more than 1,000 pounds. That's huge. When I was a small cat, Mama Cat likes to take me to SeaWorld sometimes, because there was a restaurant there that you could eat at that was inside of a Shark Tank. So like the whole outside of the restaurant, like all of the walls were Shark Tank, but then inside was a room where you actually was the restaurant. So all of the walls you could see the tank, and there would be sharks and huge groupers, and the sharks wouldn't mess with the groupers because the groupers were so big, but the sharks couldn't attack them even though they were big slow moving fish. And I thought that was very cool. And also it's just very cool to get to eat in a restaurant surrounded by sharks. Yeah. They also for some reason had horses at SeaWorld, because Budweiser owned SeaWorld at the time I used to go with Mama Cat, and so they would have a stall for the big Clydesdale horses from the Budweiser commercial. So that was like the first time I ever got to like see horses in person, because you could go inside and you could pat them, and sometimes they would come outside and like parade their little Budweiser cart around. It was cute. Also, ignore my spastic mouse moving. This is how I do things. It's a pointer. Butterfly fish. These were the guys in the first tank with the stripies and the guy. Yeah, these guys. We got there. Some of these were on digital screens, and some of them were big cutouts like the other one. I'm guessing they did it based on like they put the cutouts in areas where they didn't have a digital screen set up. Butterfly fish. Oh yes, the butterfly fish is just charming with its beautiful colors and elegant movements. I refer to it as butterfly fish, but it's actually a grouping in which there are over 100 types. These beautiful aquatic friends swim in schools amid coral, fluttering back and forth with the tides. The sheer awe one must experience when witnessing such a sight. It must be a dream. So much better than actual butterflies. He even hates butterflies. I know he hates bugs, but butterflies are like the prettiest bugs. Come on. Can't believe it. Shark Tank Restaurant, let's go. I want to go to Shark Tank Restaurant again. Oop. Phone charger's in the way of my screen. It fell. Aquarium staff says some butterfly fish travel alone until they find a long-term partner. Butterfly fish often have spots on their back fins that look like eyes. These eyes make it hard for predators to tell which way the fish is facing. What? I didn't notice eyes. We have to go back. Where are these eyes? Those don't look like eyes. I want to see what they're talking about. I don't see it. I don't think they look like eyes. I think she's crazy. This just in, aquarium staff at Orlando is crazy. Flappers is a hater. Oh, this is the butterfly fish. What were those guys at the beginning? Were those bass? Are these tiny bass? No, they don't look like tiny bass. I still don't know what the fish at the beginning were. This is the butterfly fish. That's a very good picture of butterfly fish too. So close up. You can really see all of his details. Can I sip some tea without burning my mouth? Let's find out. I can. It was perfectly cool. Excellent. Kato! That's me! You are here to witness fish! Look at that eyeball. Look at all those pixels on that eyeball. I am impressed I was able to get so many pictures where you can actually see the scales on the fish. Considering this was with my old phone, I didn't upgrade till after the aquarium. A smarter me would have rushed it and done it before the aquarium, but I am not smart. I'm slow. You can kind of see back here. Luckily, there's no reflection to this one. These little uh tube thingies. So they had a bunch of these in a bunch of the tanks. You could crawl under the tank and pop up in these little tubes to see them from the inside. So you'll see a lot of those. I tried to do some pictures of my plushies in them. And a lot of the pictures that I had to not include in this stream are ones where you could see a reflection of me or one of my friends in the tube thing. If you can see a reflection of someone in the tube thing, just know it's a stranger, because I edited, didn't include any of the ones where the reflection was me or my friend. Fish are one of your favorites? Yeah, fishies! I like to eat them. I'm going to eat them all. There's Chloe with the fish, with the butterfly fish. It kind of matches the little black streak, like her bang. She kind of matches it. And these little guys, look at these little guys. They were little worms. They live like half in the sand. They only came up like halfway. Like I never got to see their butts. They wouldn't let me see their butts. Kind of illegal, actually, if you ask me. I like to see fish butts. But we just got their little worm faces. Little worms. I am very careful. I tried my best to be very careful. I sent all of the pictures I took at the aquarium to my security officer, Locke, and made him go through and tell me which ones had me or my friends in them so that I could not include them. I was like, I don't care if you can see our hands, I don't care if you can see our clothes, but if you can see a face that is me or my friends, get it out of here. I don't want it. So hopefully he did good, and hopefully I listened to all of the ones he told me not to include. Right? I love the weird little worms. They're such good little worms. I love them. Clownfish. You haven't seen the clownfish yet, but you will. They're in here, don't worry. Nemos! Nemos! Since you weren't here earlier, Growlix, you can see they made a little Animal Crossing guy of the aquarium staff to be able to tell us stuff. It's very cute. And now I shall read. Few can deny the delightful qualities of the clownfish. These vibrant fish make their home among venomous anemones. It's mutually beneficial arrangement. Yeah, they do that in Nemo. They live in the anemones, and the anemones protect them, and they like to like rub and scrub themselves on the anemones. It helps kill stuff on their skin, but also like the anemones can eat the little stuff that's on their skin. Like what are they called? The little like plankton and plankton don't live on the skin. What's the word I'm looking for? Algae. Algae. The anemones eat the algae off the fish skin. Clownfish find safety in the anemone's wriggling arms, as well as leftover scraps of food. In return, the clownfish ward off parasites and predators for the anemone. Yeah. The clownfish is safe with the sting, and they they fight off things that would try to come inside the anemone. Thus colorful fish remind us of the importance of maintaining good cheer among our roommates. Yeah! Good cheer! Among our roommates, like all of my dolls around me. I have, do figures count as dolls? If we're not counting figures and acrylics as dolls or plushies, just actual dolls. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dolls on my desk. They're all hanging out. They just live here. I have a big desk. It's a big L-shaped desk. And my computer's in the middle, in the corner, so that I can rest my arms on both sides. People who don't have L-shaped desks, try it. You're knocking on them. Get your L-shaped desk. Put your computer, well, your monitor and keyboard right in the center of the curve, and have both sides to be able to put snacks and arms on. The army. One of these days I'll be brave enough to do a hand cam stream and show some of the army. I have stuff set up for it for the most part. But I have to be brave enough to actually do it. And by brave enough to actually do it, I mean I want to have my nails done pretty, because I want to have pretty nails if I'm going to do a hand cam stream. So I have to be prepared and have my nails all pretty. I also have gloves that I can wear, and you may be asking, why would I need to have my nails done if I have gloves? The gloves don't cover my nails, so they're fingerless gloves, so they'll just cover my wrist and hand, but my nails will be out, and I can have my nails done all pretty. So I have to wear the gloves, and I have to have my nails, and I want them to match. I have to wear the gloves because I have identifying factors on my hands that have to be covered in order to do a hand cam stream. I unfortunately do not just have generic hands, so I have to have them covered. And you may say, well, you just said earlier that you weren't going to tell us which hands were yours on the pictures. That's the secret. None of the hands in the pictures are mine. Because I was the one taking the pictures. It was all my friends holding them for me. You'll never get to see my naked hands. Haha. Aquarium staff. Clownfish have a mucus layer on their bodies that help protect them from the anemone's stinging tentacles. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. To get used to a new host anemone, a clownfish will repeatedly brush against it over the course of several hours. Yeah! Just like in Finding Nemo. You can't pick up someone's fingerprints on stream, can you? Locke wouldn't wear fingerless gloves if you could pick up someone's fingerprints from stream. I don't think that's true. Yummy tea. No, for realness though, I just have I just have a birthmark on my hand, so I have to wear gloves so that you can't see what it looks like, so that you can't recognize me by it. Either way, you wouldn't be able to know if it was me or Mama Cat if you saw us in the wild, because they match. You would never lie? No, you can't actually pick up someone's fingerprints just from a stream. You can't pick up fingerprints by looking at them. Camera qualities are not that good. At least not my camera quality. The little worm guys! I told you that we'd see more about them. Little worm. Apparently this is what their butts look like. Swirly butts. They look like snakes. Spotted garden eel. The spotted garden eel is a small eel-shaped fish that loves to burrow in the sandy ocean floor. These silly things are known for popping their heads out of the sand to nibble on plankton drifting nearby. Some say this makes them look like plants sprouting in a garden, hence the name spotted garden eel. But I think they look more like prairie dogs peeking out of desert hidey holes. Prairie eels has a lovely ring, don't you think? It does. I like prairie eels. That's cute. Aquarium staff says spotted garden eels dig burrows with their muscular tails. They coat the insides of these burrows with mucus that holds the sand together and keeps the walls from collapsing. What? They have mucus on their butts? That's a mucus butt? Crazy. Also, you may notice I have to zoom in really far to read these signs. That's because I'm not wearing my glasses because I wanted the model to track better than I like when I do gaming streams. I normally don't. I normally do wear my glasses because I need to be able to see the game to play the game properly. But right now, because it's just chatting, I thought the model movement was more important, so I figured I should not wear my glasses so that it will track my eyes better. And because I wanted to see with my new phone how it tracked. I wanted to show my wiggly eyebrows. That I just scrunched my whole face. That wasn't wiggling my eyebrows. Wiggling my eyebrows and all of my face. Everything is mucus with Sealife. You're not wrong. Where's the clownfish? He got very close to the camera. Nemo! Did you know that there's multiple different patterns of clownfish? Like, this one is your very typical Nemo pattern with the black on his fins and the white stripes with the black next to him. But there's also some clownfish that don't have any of the white on them, or they'll have like just black stripes, or there'll be some that have like big thick black stripe and a big thick white stripe. They're not all the Nemo pattern, but my favorite ones are the Nemo patterns. I won't give myself a headache. I'm sitting pretty close to my computer. It should be okay. I'm far away. No, nearsighted. I can't see far away. Yeah, the computer's close enough. It's in decent seeing range. Him swim, Ming swim. This is one of my favorite Animal Crossing songs. It's the first one, the welcome song. Very showbiz for the clownfish. As I mentioned to Clipsy earlier, in the description I have a link to the Spotify playlist where I got all of these Animal Crossing songs from. They're covers by jazz bands so that they're allowed to be played on streams. A Magic streamer that I watch uses them. So I was like, I'm gonna use them for this. Starfish! It's his butthole! Chloe loves starfish butthole. Look at that! Look at that butthole! Yeah, fun fact. The top part of the starfish doesn't actually do anything. The bottom part is where his mouth and his butt is. He uses his arms to put food in his butt. I don't think his butt is actually his mouth. Maybe it is. Maybe we'll find out. And these little sucker guys are why they can stick to everything. I believe this one is a chocolate chip starfish. I believe that's what they're called. I can't see the top of him right now to make sure that this is one. But there's a type that are called chocolate chip sea stars, and they are like cookie dough colored with little like brown or black spots on them that have a texture, and it makes them look like they're made out of chocolate chip cookie dough. They're very cool. I had a friend in school who did a project on them for science fair. Despite being a small brain cat, I did go to a big science school that cared about science fair, so we got to do cool stuff for science fair projects. Oh, this is just basically the same picture again, but better. More butthole kill. We envision the butthole. Chloe is very fascinated by the butthole. And my Hamlet! Hamlet! This was one of those things I was telling you about, where you could go kind of inside the aquarium. He is hiding behind the coral. Here he is again with some more sea stars. Sea stars. Yeah, these are the chocolate chip ones. See? Yeah, they have the little brown spots and they're like kind of cookie dough colored. Yeah. And then we have Hamlet again. Just barely not showing my friend's face. It's fine. I love my Hamlet. Listen. Butthole is a fun word. I don't know why. It's my goblin brain says that it's a fun word. It's, in my opinion, the most fun way to talk about it. Zebra turkey fish. Look at him. Turkey fish. He looks to me like a lionfish, not a turkey fish. Just saying. The sheer brilliance of diversity found in the aquatic underworld never ceases to amaze me. The zebra turkeyfish is as stunning to gaze upon as it is deadly. Most spines that are part of its defining physique are chock full of venom. Ouch! Fortunately, zebra turkeyfish are not susceptible to another's venom. Though solitary, I can read. I imagine they give one another a mean fin bump when passing by each other. Yeah, I think they probably do. Aquarium staff says zebra turkeyfish are native to the Indo-Pacific. In other parts of the world, like the Caribbean, they are considered an invasive species because they have no natural predators and can disrupt the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Zebra turkeyfish. 3 animal names and 1 animal name. I need to look this up. Is this just a lionfish? Is zebra turkeyfish a lionfish? The zebra turkeyfish is a type of lionfish. It belongs to the lionfish family, often referred to as the zebra lionfish or dwarf lionfish due to its smaller size. Oh. So it is a lionfish. It's just a baby one, a small one. Little small lionfish. Also, yes, I took a picture of every single one of these Animal Crossing boards. You are literally getting the Animal Crossing Aquarium tour live on stream. Hamlet! He took a picture with Tom Nook. I may have forgot to actually take a picture of the Tom Nook statue by himself without Hamlet standing there. Don't worry, he's the only one I did this with. The rest of them you can see the statue a lot better with Hamlet. I took pictures of me with Tom Nook, but that doesn't count because I can't show you me. Clownfish! Wait, I already read the clownfish one, didn't I? I swear I already read the clownfish one. I did read the clownfish one. Whoops. Jellyfish time! These jellyfish lamps were so cool, I had to take a picture of them. I really wanted one. I want one so bad. They looked kind of like they were like paper lanterns, but then with like streamers in the middle and like silly straws. You remember silly straws? The straws that were all like swirly and you could drink out of them. Then they're like colorful. I feel like you used to get them in like cereal boxes or something, or like fast food toy from Sonic. Sonic used to have a lot of like weird fast food toys that weren't really toys. I don't know if anyone else has core childhood memories of kids' meals at Sonic being only half toys, but I remember getting squiggly straws from Sonic. Time for more tea. I am so glad I made this tea. I'm doing so much talking. My throat would be dead if I didn't. This tea is from I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Vantime or Vadheim. I think it's an Indian tea company. And it is a chamomile green tea blend with mint and orange peel. So it's got like citrusy and minty. I'm just now realizing I drink and I put lemon and honey in it. So like I like tea that is mint and citrus. I've literally do the orange juice toothpaste thing in my tea. That's kind of cursed, actually. Slurp noises. It is kind of cursed. I didn't think about it till right now that that's what I'm doing. It's fine. That might explain why it was so hard to find one tea that had both in it, and for a while I was mixing a bunch of different teas. I would mix like a lemon chamomile with a mint one. Whoops. But it's fun because I feel like they do that a lot in Indian cuisine. I feel like they mix mint and citrus a lot for things. Maybe that's why the only brand I could find was an Indian tea. She checking out the jellyfish! Jellyfish aren't my favorite. I actually was asking my friends at work today, well, not asking, telling them that I wish I could be a jellyfish. Because I could have my spine removed. Because my back always hurts. So I could have my spine removed and just be floating around in the water with my little stingy tentacles, and I could sting people and float and look all pretty. I think if I was to ever get reincarnated, I would get reincarnated as a jellyfish instead of a cat. If you ever, if you ever see a random jellyfish appear in a corpo, check their voice. Well, only if I've disappeared. If I'm still here, don't check their voice. That means someone stole my idea. Jellyfish. I love that they have like the little bumpies on them. This one has 5. A lot of them only have 4, but this one has 5. He's special. He has a flower. See, this one only has 4. That one's got 5. This specific variety of jellyfish with a little like nubbin pattern in the middle really makes me think of SpongeBob. No spine, no brain, just vibes. Exactly. Jellyfish are like the most vibin' animal that has ever existed. They glow under black light and look like they're party animals, but they actually just chill. Literally me. Bright purple lights, just chilling. I have a really good idea for the jellyfish-based outfit too, man. Maybe I should just get a jellyfish-themed outfit for this model. It wouldn't make sense, because cats aren't jellyfish. But who said it had to make sense? And this is their butthole. No, this is how jellyfish swim. They get all big, like this, and then they scrunch, and when they scrunch, it forces water out of the hole that's made by their scrunch, and then that pushes them forward. It's like when you have a balloon full of air and you let the air out of the hole and the balloon flies, that's what jellyfish do, but with water. They turn themselves into an untied balloon. I wonder, because almost all aquariums have these kind of lights on their jellyfish. Are jellyfish actually pink, or is this just the color that they glow under black light? Now I gotta look it up. Are jellyfish actually pink? We're learning today. Oh, they are. Oh, many of them are transparent, but they can come in a wide variety of colors, such as blue, purple, yellow, and red. It often depends on their diet. Oh, so I bet these guys are eating what flamingos eat, and that's why they're pink. Yeah, they're just living bags. I love them. Living pink glowing bags. Wow, cat's so thirsty. I'm gonna end up finishing this tea in no time. Moon jellyfish. Scrimps, exactly. They eat the scrimps and they turn pink. The little tiny scrimps. Ah, the moon jellyfish. What's not to love about this pretty floating flower of the sea? Well, I suppose its tentacles do give a sting when touched, but it's only a mild thing to the likes of us. Other creatures may not be so fond of this translucent beauty, though who can blame them, really? Moon jellyfish have stinging cells called how am I supposed to pronounce that? Blathers! This is supposed to be a tour for children! How are children supposed to pronounce this? How do you pronounce a C and an N next to each other? Snidocytes? Snidocytes? That kill fish and other small critters that float by. And then they use their oral arms to pull these morsels into their mouths and stomachs. Indeed, one need but observe the moon jellyfish to see how brutal and beautiful nature can be. Moon jellies are actually not fish at all. They're invertebrates. Invertebrates are animals that don't have a backbone. Exactly. Like all jellies, moon jellies sting, but their sting is mild and not considered dangerous to humans. That's good, so I can have one as a pet. Out of the way, show you the. Oh, was my hand? Oh, I'm in the way. Oh, ha ha. Here, up here. Hopefully you can see it now. Oh yeah, you weren't here earlier when I explained this, Growlix. I am flying completely blind today. My OBS for some reason is completely frozen and won't actually show me any of what I'm doing. Like the preview screen is not moving. So I can't actually preview anything. So I'm having to see everything in real time through YouTube. So I'm watching my own stream to see what I'm doing to make sure you can see things. Right? It is a fucked up word. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Snidocytes? Syndocytes? Cyndaquil. I have settled it. It's called Cyndaquil. Here's my guys! Hamlet and Chloe are stacked. Stacked! Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know why it happened, but it happened after I started the stream. And as the stream is still working, I was too afraid to restart OBS and lose the stream, so I'm just doing it this way. I can still do stuff in OBS, I just can't see any of the previews of what I'm doing. It's great. They are stacked. And oh yeah, this little spiky guy back here. We have these fish and the spiky guy. I still don't know if this is an actual. I think this is an actual sea urchin, but they look so not real. Sea urchins don't look real to me. They look fake. Oh, the sea star picture is very blurry. Maybe I'll be able to read it. To be fair, I just asked Locke to check for reflections of my face. I didn't ask him if they were readable. The sea star may appear to have 5 feet, but those are in fact its arms. Yep, it only has arms, no feet. Actually, no, many feet. The feet are the suckers, right? And though 5-armed sea stars are the most common, there are species with 20 or even 40 arms out there. What? 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 No way. No way. A 40-armed sea star. They didn't have one of those at the aquarium. Whoa! Whoa! Wow! They're called the Antarctic sun? Okay, hang on. Can I make this work? Hang on. If I put this picture... There's the sea star, okay. Let me see if I can make this work. Hang on. I'm trying to show you this 40-armed sea star that I just found because you need to see this. So if I title it this, maybe it'll go between these, and I can now go next, and it'll be there. No. That didn't work how I wanted it to at all. Where did it put my 40-armed sea star? All the way at the very end. Okay, hang on. Now you can see him. Look at him. Look at him in all of his glory. Actually, wait, it's not capturing. Which one is it? Ah! Ah! Yeah. Okay, hang on. I was hoping I could get him to go in between the pictures so I could just hit next and show him to you. Why? Because I am the most technologically inept person on the planet? Yes, I am. Listen, okay. What about that? That might have worked. That put it where I want it. There we go. Now I can show you. There he is! This is one of the 20 to 40 armed sea stars. He's called the Antarctic sun. That doesn't even look like a starfish anymore. He looks like an octopus. I don't know how I feel about it. OBS does hate me. That's true. I am very good at finding new and uncharted forms of scuff. Although this one was not that bad. It was not actual scuff. It was me thinking I could just open a new window of photo viewing and that OBS would automatically capture it, forgetting it was still capturing the first one. And then I realized an easier way was just to change the name of the picture to something that would put it in the right spot in the slideshow. Right? It looks so crazy. It looks like an alien. It's so weird. There's a really good, this reminds me, there's a really good octopus documentary series on YouTube that I watched that was really cool. And I really like it, but I wonder if I could do that as a watch along stream. I guess I could just post the links to it, because I feel like I can't actually like restream the content, because then like YouTube would be like, wow, copyright claim, this is clearly up on another YouTube channel. But if I post the links, maybe a watch along stream. I've never done a watch along stream before. But a watch along stream of National Geographic about octopus could be pretty cool. Here she is getting sea starred. Get sea starred on. In general, sea stars kind of give Eldritch Horror a little. I mean, the 20 arm one especially, but this one also. Like, look at all of these. Look at how crazy all those are. They almost look like the anemones, like the little anemone tentacles, but they're on this big star tentacles. That's crazy to me. Oh, also, one of these photos from this slideshow is one of the photos that the Chloe plushie came from. I don't remember which one. We'll see it when we get there. This guy's cool. So, this anemone looks like he has like a little knitted like sweater tube. The pattern on him, it looks like a sweater to me. Like his little tentacles are poking out the top of his little sweater. He was just chilling there. He was just like, yeah, ready to sting things. There he is. Oh yeah, here's one of them butts stuck to the glass. And then here's our sweater guy. And here's our fish that were in there with him. And Hamlet! Right? He looks so cozy. He looks so cozy. I don't remember what kind of fish these are. Maybe I have a thing that says animals. Hello, Audrey. Yes, animals. We are going through the photos I took at the aquarium. They are in order of how I took them, so you are literally getting the walkthrough of the aquarium in real time. Sometimes the little plaques that say stuff about the animals are not directly next to the animal, and if that happened, that is because there was a person blocking it, so I had to wait for them to move, so I took a picture of something else while I was waiting. It was a busy aquarium. I did my best to not get other people in it too much. Here's my tiny Chloe with the anemones. I think there's another starfish down here too. There was so many starfish and anemones here. Yeah, I love aquariums too. I will probably do this again. It won't be Animal Crossing next time because I don't think every aquarium is going to have Animal Crossing. But the next time I go to a different aquarium, I will do this again. I'll take pictures again with my... This time, I'll bring just Chloe if it's not Animal Crossing. I only brought Hamlet because of the Animal Crossing. But I'll take pictures of her at the aquarium. Yeah, I love it when you're in the rooms and it looks like you're underwater. It's so cool. I was telling everyone earlier that at SeaWorld, they have a shark restaurant where the restaurant is in the shark tank. So, like, it's a big shark tank with a small restaurant inside of it. So, like, I think, like, it's all the way around it. So all of the walls of the restaurant were glass, and then you could see the sharks. I was telling everyone I used to go there with Mama Cat, but I have not gone there in a long time. But Mama Cat also likes aquariums, so if I ever go to one with her, I'll definitely, again, well, I mean, I will, but I don't know which one. I'll take pictures. Yeah. I also know there's a really good aquarium over there's a really good aquarium in Tampa, so I would like to do pictures of that one at some point too. Yeah, this aquarium was the Sealife Aquarium in Orlando, and they had a special Animal Crossing event where they had cutouts of the characters at different stations, and then they also had like cards where Blathers would teach you about the stuff, and it had like the pictures of the Animal Crossing versions of the fish. Also at the cutouts with the characters, there was like tables by the cutouts where aquarium staff would teach you stuff and then give you a stamp. It was like a stamp rally. So you'll see it at the end. I have pictures of the stamp cards from the stamp rally. But yeah, it was a special event they were doing for the month of April. Hello, Lady J. Shark Tank Restaurant! Yes. If I ever go to Shark Tank Restaurant again, believe me, you will be getting pictures. But SeaWorld is much more expensive than other aquariums, because they're like an actual theme park too, not just an aquarium. Right? I agree. They should do a similar event for insect sanctuaries and have Blathers be afraid of every insect. This one was cool. They had the glass on it curved, so it looked like a ship portal kind of, and then had the shipwreck. But also because it was all curved and stuff, it kind of was like, oh, a fisheye lens. Like, this is how the fish see us when you see them. Good night, Oddity. Have a good sleep. Yeah, I thought the prop work they did in the aquariums was also very cool, with all of the different, like, pretend shipwrecks and corals and things. That would be a cool job. Aquarium artist. To make the settings and aesthetics for the aquarium tanks. Fish tank artist? I don't know what it would be called, but that would be cool. Man, that reminds me. There was... Oh, what is this guy? This is a very blurry picture of this guy, but he was sitting at the bottom. He looked kind of like a Plico guy, but he was like albino-y? Not really albino, because he has black spots, but he was very light colored. I'm used to Plicos being darker colored. Yes, aquarium artist. Sidetracked. Sidetracked by fish. There was a game that I used to play all the time as a kid that was called, remember, this was as a kid. This was as small baby kitten, but little baby. It was called Fisher Price Time to Play Pet Shop. It was one of those, like, really old CD-ROM teaching your kid things games, but it was about running a pet shop, and one of the things you could do in it was design and decorate aquariums and order fish to put in them, and I spent so many hours just making aquariums in that game. That game is a game that I have big goals of trying to stream one day. I actually bought... This sounds so silly. I bought an external CD disk drive to plug into my computer so that I could try to play it, but I'm having trouble finding a used copy of it that actually works and isn't scratched up. So if anyone can find a used copy of that game that's actually usable and not a bunch of money, send it my way. Let me play my childhood pet shop game. Let me make fish tanks and watch snakes eat whole eggs, please. Right, the Fisher Price Pet Shop was the dream. All of the sound effects in it were so good. There is a full playthrough of the game that I found on YouTube that I have watched through just to hear the sound effects because they're so nostalgic to me. I wish somebody would just, like, have that game up somewhere. Some sort of, like, a software preservation thing. Like, I wish it was findable. Someone needs to, like, they need to port a bunch of old learning CD-ROM games like that onto Steam so that people can download them and play them. We need to preserve the media. I loved those stupid little games, and I want to do a whole stream of them. This is Doryfish. She's hiding, though. I might have a better picture of her not hiding if it's one of the ones that made the cut that didn't have any reflections of faces in it. Nope. At least not yet. Here's Hamlet again. My custom Hamlet. Oh yeah, a lot of you weren't here earlier when I talked about him. He was custom made for me because he's my favorite Animal Crossing villager, but there are no existing plushies of him. So I am the only person in the world that has a plushie of him. That's actually probably not true. I'm sure somebody else has made their own, but I am the only person in the world. I will pretend. I will believe. And he's wearing pixel sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt, because that's what he wears on my island. There was this really cool giant hand thing in this aquarium, and it looked very like Atlantis-y. This whole tank looked very Atlantis-y. You can kind of see back here this tunnel. Don't worry, that's not me, and you can't identify them anyway because it's so dark. This tunnel went through this tank. It was very cool. Hamlet does kick ass. I need to find out if there's a way, like, I need to find out if I can start a brand new Animal Crossing save on the Switch 2. Because my Switch 1, I have an Animal Crossing save on there that I've put a lot of time and effort into, and it also has some real life identifiable art things that I have made in it that I don't want to remove, so I can't show it on stream though. Like, I have like pictures. I have literally done pixel art of my friends on my island. So because it was during the pandemic, I missed them. I love them, but I can't put that on stream. So I need to see if I can start a new one without losing my old one. So I'm hoping if I start on the Switch 2, it won't. I can tell it to not transfer and keep my old one on the Switch 1 and start a new one. And then I'll be able to stream Animal Crossing, because I would love to stream Animal Crossing. And also, Pokopia, and lots of things. I have one of the Animal Crossing games that I can play because I started that save just for stream forever ago. But it's one of the older ones, and I really want to play the new one. Oh yeah, that's an important thing actually. Cat update. Talking about playing Animal Crossing and Pokopia on stream, you may be wondering how would a cat do that without a capture card? Cat has been complaining about not having a capture card for the entirety of her existence. Well, cat update. I'm getting a capture card. Manami and Juno are the sweetest people on the entire planet, and they just recently upgraded their capture card to the newest model and are giving me the one that they were using before. So I'm soon, whenever I either see them next or they send it, most likely it's going to be send it, Cat will have capture card. Actually, I know they're going to send it. They have other things they want to send me that they have not acquired yet, so I'm waiting on them to have everything ready and send it all. But yeah, I'm going to be able to stream Switch games finally after 8 billion years. I'm so excited. I'm not starting a new Pokopia save just for streaming. I'm just going to play on the save I have. I am going to try and start a new Animal Crossing save though. Hopefully it will work. I mean, I guess I could start a new one. Nah, I'm just gonna play on the one I have. I can't start another Pokopia. I already have one. That'll be too much time and effort. tea sip. Yeah, I love them too. They're so good to me. They are such good friends. I have met them in person multiple times now. I like them a lot. I actually at one point in time lived within driving distance of Manami, but then she moved very far away. But it was because she moved in with Yuno, so I guess understandable. Yeah, Manami and I, real life friends. This guy is crazy. It's not a very good picture of him. I am thirsty because I'm doing so much talking. I have like a fourth of my tea left. It was a big teacup, luckily. And I have not a whole lot of my water left, but that's fine. Yay, lots of hearts, hearts for them. Someday we'll get to do an off collab with them. But it requires it being safe to fly because they live so far away, and right now it is not safe to fly right now, or affordable to fly. The cost of plane tickets is obnoxious right now. So we wait. This shark. I don't know if he's technically a shark or a skate. I think skates are a thing. He has shark body, but then his face is like flat, like a manta ray. Like he has like ray face, but shark body. I think that means he's technically a skate. I think. And this man is just a manta ray. I love manta rays. There's a place, also at SeaWorld. Apparently the aquarium reminds me a lot of my childhood trips to SeaWorld. Who would have thunk? At SeaWorld, they also have a place where you can touch the manta rays and pet them. And they're so soft, and sometimes they'll lift their little flaps up and give you a high five. Manta rays are also called sea flaps, and everyone shall adopt this language. But I know the manta ray touching places are pretty common. I feel like at aquariums and stuff. I think the one in Tampa has it too. I know there are a couple zoos that actually have it, despite not being aquariums. They have a little manta ray thing. Yeah, I definitely am going to be doing this more. I want to do this with an aquarium in Tampa, and there's a couple of zoos in Florida I also could do it with. I could adventure. I could travel. Cat can go the distance. And by the distance, I mean places that are within 5 hours from me, because that's the longest I'm willing to drive. But cat could go the distance. Pancakes, exactly. I want a plushie that is a pancake that is a manta ray. I want him to be a manta ray that's pancake colored that has like the little butter square on him, so he looks very pancake. This was kind of just like a community of a bunch of fish that they had. It was kind of just like a simulation coral. I took this picture specifically though because this fish right here answers the question of what if a fish wore pants, would he wear them like this or like this? He wears them like this. This is his fish pants. This is a red fish wearing yellow pants, and you can't convince me otherwise. That's what he is. The plushies exist? I need one! Someone better send me a link to those plushies on my Discord. I need art of me with the little GoPro attached to the... Oh! Yes! The cat GoPro! Yes! I agree. Me on all fours with the cat GoPro. I agree. This is a great idea. Well, we need art of it. You're an artist. Clipsy's an artist. We got 2 artists here. I'll take bids now. This was a shipwreck simulation. I think I showed earlier they had like the crow's nest. This one was the wheel. I really like the way they showed how man-made objects falling into the ocean, such as shipwrecks, can often become their own ecosystems like coral reefs and stuff. This tank was completely round, so you could walk on all sides of it. This is why there's random strangers' shadows on the other side. Yeah, he pants. That fish was pants. Here's Chloe again, with her fishies. This one also kind of matches her. It was really fun getting to bring her. I'm gonna bring her to all of these. This will be a requirement of my travel adventures now. Oh, this is a better picture of her. I don't know why I included the other one. As I said, my organization process for this was, hey Locke, which ones of these have my face reflected in them? Cool, I'm deleting those. Alright, now this is all the pictures. Hamlet! This board about the sea anemones, this is what I was talking about earlier, where I said some of them are not right next to the thing, because I would have to come back if there were people blocking it. This board for the sea anemone is kind of hard to read, because it was in a very dark place, and the lighting was not great. I don't know if I can read the board about the sea anemone, to be honest. I think the lighting has ruined it. Maybe I have a better picture. If not, oh, there we go. Kind of. Medusa herself would be most impressed by the sea anemone. This pretty predator loves something. It's colorful, flowing locks. This is like an eye test on hard mode because it's already blurred. There's no way I'm reading anything lower than this. Yeah, the lighting on this one was not good. They really should have put more lighting. And you may ask, why wouldn't just use flash forehead? No! Because the aquarium had a absolutely no flash allowed rule. Why, you ask? Because the fish that are used to being in the bottom of the ocean, like the sea anemone, are not used to lights that bright. So they will get angry if you flash bright lights at them. They're not used to it. You have to keep it dark. That's why they use these blue and black lights to give us the ability to see in a way that doesn't give the fish bright sunlight that like throws off their like ecosystem. That's the word I'm looking for. Captain! I told you I took better pictures of the rest of these. Yeah, we don't want to blind the fishies. It could freak them out. Exactly. You get it. So yeah, they had these guys. They had cutouts of the characters like this everywhere. And you could take pictures with them. And then nearby they would have tables with activities or like someone teaching you stuff. And you'd get stamps in your stamp rally. And at the end of the stamp rally, you would get a patch that you could put on whatever you traded in for the patch at the gift shop. I may have forgot to take a picture of the patch because it's already on my backpack, but it's fine because I have pictures of the other stuff that I got at the gift shop. You'll see. Yeah, he do whistle his little song. Very artful way of taking a picture of Hamlet without being seen. You can't tell that anyone's holding him there. Nope, not at all. This is a better one. But I had to make sure you could actually see him. We love Hamlet in this house. More fishies. This is the God Hand I was telling you about. So, it made it look very Atlantis-y. I'm assuming that's what they were going for, but one side of it was the tank part, like, and then the other side had like a little tunnel you could walk through. This was a huge tank. It was one of the biggest tanks there. Hamlet. Never fishy. Him looking at the camera. More of the weird god hand. Oh, this was very cool. This was very cool. Did you know that some sharks lay eggs? They don't. Some sharks give live birth, but some sharks lay eggs. And so these are the different egg pods for 3 different kinds of sharks. The eggs come out, like, they'll come out like this. They're usually wet though. These are dehydrated ones, so they'll be wet versions of this, and they'll come out. And then when the shark hatches, it leaves behind this kind of like leathery shell, and they dried them out so that we could see them. Bamboo shark, coral cat shark, and epaulet shark. Epaulet shark. I don't know how to pronounce them. But they said that these were all egg shells from sharks that they hatched through their rehab program. And this little board here for Seafood Watch is telling you to not eat shark. Do not eat shark. Shark eat bad. There are a lot of products that will pretend to be scallops, and they're actually shark fins or manta rays because they're similar texture. But the problem with that is that scallops reproduce a lot faster than sharks and manta rays. So by doing this to have a quote cheaper alternative to the scallops, they're actually overhunting the sharks and manta rays, and we don't want to do that. Because sharks are important. Because without sharks, everything that sharks eat will get overpopulated, and if those get overpopulated, everything that they eat will get underpopulated, and it'll be a problem. Anyway, here's a shark jaw. I know, all that talking about don't eat shark, and here's a shark jaw. But this again is something that they found on. They did not. No sharks were harmed in the making of this shark jaw. They found an already decomposed shark jaw on the bottom of the floor while scuba diving. And here's a smaller shark jaw so you can see, and a bigger shark jaw with Chloe inside it. These were the same types of shark jaws as the eggs, but also they were showing us 2 very different types of teeth. So this shark, as you can see here, has the stereotypical shark teeth you think of, with the many rows of them, and that fall out. And when you get shark teeth at the beach, it's like these kind. So the reason they have so many rows is because they are very aggressive when they bite stuff. And when they bite stuff, it's they're like and they rip out their teeth a lot. So they have many rows of teeth, so that when they rip out a tooth, the one behind it can just shift forward into its place. It doesn't happen immediately. It's not like magic. It takes a little time for it to shift forward. It's like how if you've ever had like a gap in your teeth and they do braces and your teeth slowly move together over time, that's how the shark teeth work. They'll slowly move into the gap over time. It's not just like brutally suddenly, boom, a tooth appears. Yeah, scallops are just very expensive and sought after and considered high end. So it's a market price thing. It's not even an ease thing. It's literally a market price thing. That these sharks were cheaper because they didn't have a market price until people started doing this. Kato likes sharks. And this shark has very tiny, it's kind of teeth, but instead of being full teeth like that one, These are little ridges, and so it's one like long bumpy ridge that of bone that does the biting and shredding. They most likely are closer. This probably is one closer to like a whale shark that doesn't do as much aggressive hunting, but it is cool to see the different types of teeth, and also to show the size of the jaw, big shark jaw. Hamlet, him in a fish tank again with the corals. I love how much I was able to make him look like he was in these fish tanks. There's Chloe in the fish tank with this fish hiding. Understandable, because she's a stinky orca. He would be afraid of her. Orcas would eat him. But he started to come out. He started to be less afraid. Shark aficionado. Yes. I could know more about sharks. I have friends who know way more about sharks than me, but I know a decent amount from going to see them. And here we have an axolotl statue with Chloe in it. They had a huge axolotl exhibit. It was crazy. There was a lot of stuff about it. They are the last dragons, they called them. Here was this cute little bench area at the axolotl exhibit, but I decided to put them in. Orcas are crazy. I wish this aquarium had orca, but then it would be SeaWorld. I feel like SeaWorld is the only aquarium that has orcas, and I actually don't wish more aquariums had orcas, because having them in captivity is honestly not actually great. But they are very cool to see. I do like them a lot. But a lot of times they don't give them enough space in captivity. The best places to see orcas are to go whale watching. I know there's an aquarium in California that I've never been to but would love to, but California is very far away from just outside of Tampa. That has a sea lion exhibit that is connected to the ocean. So this they have this area they've built on the ocean with perfect sea lion rocks and stuff, and they give them food and help them out, but the sea lions can go into the actual ocean water and swim. It's like this part off of the ocean, so they have way more space than sea lions normally would in captivity, and I think that's very cool, and I think they should try to do something like that for the orcas, so that we can still have orcas in a place where people can see them, but they actually have enough space to swim, because it's the actual ocean and not like a pool. It's the water they're used to, and they have space. I think we'd have a much more successful time breeding and helping with the orca population if we did it that way and had them be healthier. The name axolotl originated with the Aztecs, maybe translating as atoll, meaning water, and zolotl, meaning monster. I don't know if that's zolotl or solotl. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that. I don't speak Aztec. If there's any Aztecs in the chat, please help. Oh no! The orcas were still depressed? No! Well, it was a good idea in theory. If it still doesn't work, then don't do that. We should just do things to protect them in the wild. I know sometimes, for some animals, having good ways to keep them in captivity and breed them is legitimately helpful, and it helps with the population. But I know for other animals, it doesn't work well, and we need to actually focus on their environment and not hunting them down. Ancient Aztecs were intrigued by the axolotl's strange appearance and its incredible regenerative powers. They believed it was a manifestation of the god Xolotl who ferried the dead to the underworld. Spooky. In one myth, Axolotl was about to die, so he remained hidden in the water and took the form of an animal that never grows old, the axolotl, thus cheating death. That's very, very cool, actually, that myth. Water monster. Orcas have a latent bloodlust that nothing but eating a wild penguin will see. No, they also eat seals and tuna. Like me, I eat tuna. One of my goals in life is to eat an entire tuna. Like the whole fish. Like not just like a little slab of tuna. I want to go to one of those big like Japanese seafood markets where you can buy whole fish, buy a whole tuna, and like carve it up and do the fish cleaning stuff and eat all of the meat off of a tuna. I'm not gonna eat the head or the bones, but like every piece of meat off of the tuna. I want to eat an entire tuna. No, not the eyes, not the head or the bones, just the meat. But I want to eat an entire tuna's worth of tuna meat. Cause they get big. It's a lot of meat. Maybe surprising to you. How big do a tuna get? How big does a tuna get? This stream has apparently had a lot of Googling. Tuna can reach over 10 feet in length and can weigh 450 to 900 kilograms. So I could have so much fish. The biggest tunas. And I could eat all of them. And I think this is a great idea, personally. I should eat all of them. I am a cat, yes. I am also hungry. I do have a snack here. I could eat a snack. Do we need ASMR snack eating noises while I'm talking about the aquarium? We already have ASMR tea noises. Man, this Animal Crossing music is jamming. Here's more about the axolotls. Welcome to the axolotl's fountain of youth. For axolotls, remaining in water guarantees that they'll be forever young. The axolotl is one of the few animals on Earth that remain in their aquatic larval form throughout their entire lives. This unique superpower, called neotony, means that the axolotls keep their larval features, feathery gills and fins, and never change into adult salamanders unless environmental conditions change. Tea noises, not pee noises. No, my hot cup of tea that I am drinking. I am not. That is something that's never happening. I'm not marine. I'm not going to the bathroom on stream. If an axolotl leaves the water, it will metamorphose and change into an adult salamander. So. Oh yeah, here's Hamlet in a life jacket. Welcome to Xochimilco. I don't know how to pronounce that. Take a big step back in time to peer into this beautiful mountain lake before the introduction of invasive species and pollution from the rapid growth in nearby Mexico City. Warning invaders! There was a lot of information about the axolotls. Invasive species of fish are a big challenge, continuing to threaten axolotls in the wild. What is an invasive species? An animal, plant, or organism that is not native or doesn't belong to the ecosystem and causes environmental harm. Accidental or intentional human actions are the primary means of invasive species introductions into waterways all over the world. Well-intentioned pet owners seeking to free their pet fish through a toilet or local waterway may be contributing to the threats posed by invasive species. A released pet may not survive without care, or it can become an environmental pest, so never release non-natives. Find an exotic pet rescue group or amnesty program in your area to help find a safe and caring home for your pet. Invasive species can cause extinctions of native animals like axolotl by preying on eggs, young, and adults, outcompeting natives for limited resources including food, disrupting the natural balance of plants and animals, spreading exotic diseases, and stirring up sediment which pollutes and clouds the water. Yup. So, fun fact, did you know cats, domestic house cats, are invasive species? I am an invasive species. You just ask my roommates, they probably believe. But no, because people often will release like domestic house cats outside when they can't take care of them, or they have this attitude of, oh, well, the cat likes being outside, so I should let it live outside half the time. No, you should not do that. Cats do not like it outside. They're lying to you. This is a crime. If you want to take your cat outside because your cat likes the outside, give your cat a patio where they can hang out and be inside like a screened in area so they're safe, or take your cat on a walk with a leash. Do not just let your cat outside unsupervised, because if you do that, they could get hurt, or they could hurt local animals in your area. So, the reason cats are invasive is because when people do this, then you end up with all these wildcats places. Like, if you've ever seen stray cats, wildcats, they're not supposed to be there. Cats are not supposed to be strays, and they will hunt down the population of mice and lizards and even things like axolotls potentially. So if you ever have a cat that you can't handle, you need to find a new home for it. Give it to a friend, bring it to a rescue. There are tons of cat rescues. Do this with any pet. I'm not going to eat the axolotls. I love axolotls. I really want to draw. I have a stuffed animal axolotl that I really like, and I really want to draw like an actual replica of him that my model can hold, or it can sit on my model's shoulder because he's pretty small. So that's something I'm intending to do at some point. It might happen soon. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to do a drawing stream where I draw him. Oh god, that's scary. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Drawing streams are very scary because people can judge my process. We know how good I am at using tech for streaming, so you can only imagine how good I am at using tech for drawing. Here were some fish that were nearby the axolotls. You may be wondering, where's the picture of the axolotls? Give me a minute, I'm getting there. The axolotls were a hot attraction, they were popular. I had to wait a minute to get my turn. The axolotl was revered in ancient Aztec mythology for its superpowers. To Aztec people, the axolotl's regenerative ability was like that of the lake system that sustained them. A variety of animals, from sponges to sea stars to sharks, famously replacing their teeth throughout their lifetime, are able to regenerate or grow lost or damaged body parts. Yep. However, the axolotl is the undisputed master of regeneration with one-of-a-kind healing abilities. Normal wound healing in animals occurs through the growth of scar tissue, so most animals can't regrow a lost limb or body part. The axolotl is able to completely regenerate their limbs, jaws, tails, spinal cord, skin, and even some organs without any evidence of scarring, and axolotls can accept transplanted organs without rejection. That's very cool. I didn't realize we had transplanted organs into axolotls. By studying axolotls, medical researchers hope to gain insight about their regenerative abilities, which could help millions of people suffering from severe burns, loss of limbs, complications from organ transplants, and even cancer. I think that's very cool, and now I want to be an axolotl instead of a jellyfish. I'm changing my mind. I'd like to regenerate my spine instead of not having one. We'll take this one out and we'll regenerate me a new one that might work properly. I think that's a better idea. Axolotls are the most studied salamanders in the world because of their amazing regenerative abilities. Yeah, did you know that these little fluffy guys on the outside are their gills? That's how they breathe. They breathe through these. They have outside gills. And the ladies there told us that axolotls actually are one of the few animals that lives longer in captivity. In the wild, they only live about 3 years, and in captivity, they live closer to 7 or 8. And the reason for that is because their environment is so hard for them to live in now. They only live in this one specific area in Mexico naturally, and that one specific area in Mexico is very polluted and has a lot of invasive species, so they struggle to live in their own environment. And they live better in captivity. So if you can actually take care of axolotls, it's a good thing to have axolotls and breed them. It's actually very helpful for their population. They're working to try and unendanger them because they are very endangered right now, but they're allowed to be kept as exotic pets because they live better in captivity, and it helps you to unendanger them if you breed them. But you have to take care of them. Do not breed them and not take care of them, or I will fight you because I love them. Here's Hamlet inside of a tank. He's enjoying it. Lots of zebras. Zebrafish. Little zebra stripes. I loved that they had so many of these little things you could go put them in. There's Chloe inside of a tank. We love her. She's just enjoying her time. There we go! He's here! I finally got my turn to be axolotl. Look at the little guy! He's got his little gills. They can be many colors. They can be gray, they can be black, they can be pink, they can be white. And they can be like a tan color. They have many colors. They're so cute. I really want one as a pet. I don't know how that works. I don't know if I'd have to pay a pet fee to my apartment because it's be in a tank. I'm sure it'd be fine. I really want one as a pet. Here's a pink one. Here's Chloe with a pink baby. Him so pink. The pink ones have even more pink on their gills. They look so funny looking. I love their weird little eyes and their weird little gills. If you've ever seen the Build-A-Bear plushie axolotls, they're some of the best axolotl plushies ever, in my opinion. They're so cute. Look at the little guy. I love him. Did you know that Manami's favorite Pokemon, Wooper, is designed after the axolotl? That's why he has those little things. They're meant to represent the little gills. He's meant to be an axolotl. I bet you didn't know that. And that's also why they have the different colors, because axolotls also come in different colors. Here's Hamlet, staring over his glasses menacingly at you, pointing at the axolotls. This is like that one meme that the kid comes up and just like stands really close and points behind him. That's what Hamlet is doing. He's like, look, Mom, look, there's axolotl right there. Oh yeah, so I showed you the pink one and the black one, but you didn't see this guy. This guy's albino. He's completely white. Even his eyes, he's completely white. You learned about axolotls from Wooper? Yeah, he is the axolotl. Everyone knows him. There you go. You are now a guardian of the axolotl. You have learned all of the things about the axolotl and how to protect them. Please protect them because I love them. And if there's no more axolotls in the world, Kato will be very sad. Amphibians matter. Thin-skinned amphibians like axolotls are very vulnerable to water pollution and are disappearing at alarming rates. Like canaries in the coal mine, they may be warning us of environmental threats that can also harm people. It's true, it's true. Because if their skin is the stuff getting in there is bad for them, we probably don't want to drink that water. We don't want to put it inside our body, right? We should be careful. We have to guard them. It's their last dragon. They've nearly disappeared in the wild because of the habitat. We must save them. Save the axolotls! I wonder if there's some kind of like axolotl saving charity that I could do a stream for. I wonder if that exists. There's gotta be, right? Some sort of maybe, honestly, maybe just this aquarium with all that they're doing for them. I wonder if there's a way to do a charity stream for stuff like that. I should look into it. I have no idea how to do charity streams. I barely know how to do regular streams. But it's good to have goals. More fishies. I don't remember his name, but this fish is also one that's in Nemo. He's yellow just like this and shaped like this. He's in the fish tank in the dentist office. I don't remember his name. What is his name? We're gonna look it up. Name of yellow fish in Nemo. He is Bubbles. He is a yellow tang. That's what he is. We have Mr. Bubbles, our yellow tangs. I believe this is another blue tang, which is the type of fish Dory is. It's just one that has different markings on it. It's weird that the yellow tangs and the blue tangs are so different in shape. The blue ones are so round. But that's why Dory is round. Actually, Dory reminded me. The aquarium that I was talking about in California is the one in the Finding Dory movie. If you've ever seen that, it's the one in that. I would love to do a Finding Nemo and Finding Dory double feature watch along. I need to learn how people do watch along streams successfully. Because there's a lot of things I would love to watch along. But the problem is I like to talk. So if we do a watch along, prepare for me to have a lot of things to say about everything we watch, okay? If you can't stand someone talking while you're watching, watch alongs with me probably not for you. I love this guy. He's an angelfish. Angelfish have the biggest, longest little things up there. I don't know if that's why they call them angelfish, or if they're just like, cause it kind of could be like their halo. But I also could just be reading too much into it. But she also kind of matches Chloe with the colors. It looks kind of like her hair. More anglefish. Anglefish. Oh, maybe they're angle because they're angle. Timer on screen. Yeah, I've watched watch along streams. I just don't know how they get it to work. How do they get the timer to be accurate with what they're watching? So like if they pause it to say something, it pauses for everyone else, or do they just not pause it and just let you sync up with the timer? That's the question. How do I get a timer on my screen? Because I don't know how to use OBS clearly, considering I'm only seeing things through YouTube and not my own stream preview today. How do I get a timer on screen? We just need a technical support stream where it's just a whole stream of people showing me how to actually do things. This guy was really cool. He's a pufferfish in his unpuffered state, and he has a little like horn on his head. Oh! 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 I see. I get it. I get it. I understand. That makes sense. Yum yum yum. Delicious honey. Here we go. Here's the stamp rally card I was telling you about. Here's Hamlet with his stamp rally card. See, for all the places you go, you get your little stamps. And when you get your little stamps, then you get it from Learning Things at the Learning Things place. They had a big table at the axolotls where they taught you about it. I think Blathers was the axolotl one, I think. And he talked all about it, and Captain was the sharks. I think Tom Nook's was the jellyfish, I think. A cowfish! Yeah, cowfish! They have little horns. Streaming the movie to Discord and their reactions on the stream. You know, that's not the worst idea. Spiny lobsters! I love these guys too. It is the spiny lobster's lengthy antenna that helps set it apart from other lobsters. Those two antennae can grow twice as long as the lobster's own body. Oh, believe me, yes, they can. We'll see in a minute. And what a clever crustacean it is, having found a way to use those antennae as a mean of defense. When the spiny lobster senses danger, it rubs its antenna across its exoskeleton. The horrid screeching sound frightens predators away. If someone scratched nails across a chalkboard in your direction, I dare say you'd run too. I would. Nails on a chalkboard is quite literally the worst sound anyone could possibly play for me. That sound, it makes my spine hurt. Like, it literally sends chills up my spine, and it is awful. I can't stand it. It's so bad. That is one of those sounds that physically hurts me. Aquarium staff says spiny lobsters are also called rock lobsters. They come out at night to forage for food. Seasonally, they form single file lines and migrate to avoid cold or murky water. I didn't realize they migrate in a single file line. That's really cool, actually. Here he is! He's got really long antennas. He's so spiny. High-key, spiny lobsters look like aliens. They look like both aliens and bugs. They're the bugs of the ocean. They look like bugs. Bug lobster. You know what? Bug lobster is the perfect time for some absolutely cringe ASMR. It's called me opening my snack. Will the microphone pick it up? Nobody knows. But what I do know is that I'm gonna crunch this lobster. It'll totally sound like me eating lobster, right? It's true. Sea creatures do look like aliens. I think that, honestly, a lot of science fiction movie aliens are probably actually based on sea creatures because they saw them and went, that must be from another planet. Because look at that. That must be from another planet. And now we crunch on the spiny lobster shell. Are you ready? This is called Cat Gets Hungry Midstream and Eats a Candy Bar, but it's a crunchy one, so we're crunching on the spiny lobster shell. Candy bar, the healthiest of snack. It is kind of melting. That might be because it's hot in here. Almost like I'm streaming or something. Wait, the alien from Alien is based on a sea creature that uses another sea creature's carcass as its home? What? Hello? What is the name of the sea creature? I must know. What sea creature is Alien based on? A Phronemia? A barrel riding parasite. Oh. They go inside of a zooplankton and make it its home? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Those are weird little guys. Yeah, I could totally see how that would be considered inspiration for the alien from Aliens. Here, let me try doing my thing again. So that everyone can see. I must share with the chat. Oh. Hopefully it works. It didn't work! No! Why not? Wrong image, wrong file type of image. Ah. Yep, wrong file type of image. Can I change it? No. I want you guys to see this crazy thing. Alright. We're thinking with portals now. We're gonna use the sniffing tool. And we'll snipping tool it out of the website so you can see it, because this is crazy. You need to see it. Now will it work? Come on. There he is! Now you can see him! We can display the horrors. This is him! This is the alien. They called him Phronemia. I will copy and paste the name into chat so other people can look it up, because I know I'm not pronouncing this right. That's what he called. Right? That's a very creepy alien looking guy. They're not very big. This thing he's inside of is a zooplankton, so he's like small. This is like through a microscope. This is crazy. This is a terrifying horror. I will have nightmares about that. And now all of you will too. You're welcome. Here we have a info board about the moray eel. To distract us from the horrors, eels are cool little guys. Despite its rather frightening features, the moray eel is really a cowardly fish. It lives its life hiding in caves and will only attack if you're looking for a fight. If you've ever heard of a bark that is worse than the bite, well, the moray eel has a face that's worse than its fight. Moray eels can often be found in rock caves during the day, preferring to hunt at night. Their gaping maws of teeth may seem intimidating, but they are really just pumping water across their gills to breathe. Wow! Phronemia. Do I have a picture of the moray eel? I might. We'll see. Another sea flap flap! This one was very polite. He kept coming up to the glass and waving at me. He was so cute. I love him. I love him so much. I want one. I almost got a plushie of a sea flap flap there, but you'll see what merch I did end up getting. It is the alien. It was a scary alien. There he is. Look at him being so polite and showing us his face. He loved posing for the pictures. I loved it. Pat, pat, pat. Friendly flap flap. I liked his little blue spots that you could like just barely see, but they were there. They were kind of glowy. And then he also posed to show us his underside, including his butt. His gills, his mouth, his butt. I don't know if you could really see his mouth in this one. No, not really. Some sea flap flaps have like puppy dog looking mouths. They look like little puppy dogs. Here is Chloe with the moray eel. He do look like he just told a joke. Look at him. He's so funny. Yay, nightmare. I said aquarium stream. What do you expect? There's gonna be weird aquarium creatures. But yeah, this moray eel absolutely loved this. He was hiding in there. And he kept poking out and being like, oh, oh, oh. Here's Hamlet watching the sea flap flaps. Oh, you can see his blue spots better. They kind of glowed a little bit. They were slightly luminescent, the blue spots. Yeah, he heard about me taking pictures of the other guys' butts and wanted to show his butt. He knew what was up. I love these sea flap flaps. There he is with the moray eel. Them just buddies hanging out together. Here's the ray. The ray is an unusually shaped fish with a flat body and a long tail. It's somewhat related to sharks. Seen from the bottom, the mouth on its stomach appears to be smiling, which is objectively adorable. I agree. But be cautious, unlike most cute animals, some rays are extremely venomous. Beware of a smile. Aquarium staff says, meet the stealthy rays, master of disguise in sandy hideouts. They prowl seagrass beds and lagoons at night. With spiracles and electroreceptive pores, they sniff out prey and then devour her tasty meals. Electroreceptive pores are why they're related. Well, not why they're related to sharks, but like them and sharks have it in common. They both have it. It's the thing where they can sense electrical currents in the water and tell where fish are to get them, even if they can't see very well because it's dark. Here he is, the man of the hour. Hamlet got to meet the one and only, the Blathers. He's the one that made this whole thing happen. He's the one doing the whole tour. I was very tempted to try and wear a Celeste cosplay to this so that I could take a picture with Blathers while dressed as Celeste. But I did not have enough time to get it put together. But it is still a plan that I have that I want to do. I wonder if I could get it put together before DreamHack. Probably not. But it would be cute if I could. I'm doing Froggy Wawa for one of the days of DreamHack. I wasn't intending to wear a cosplay the other days, but maybe I could pull something else together. There he is, on his head. We love him. This is a big scrimp. This scrimp has like the longest whiskers I've ever seen. They're even longer than my whiskers. They're so big. Big long whiskers. Little whiskies on his chinny pubescas. Hamlet loves this guy. He loved the shrimp with his whiskers. Here he is again, hanging out in the corals. Here is Oh, that's what this is. This is a little hermit crab. He's so cute. Right? I feel like a Celeste cosplay wouldn't be that hard to do. I feel like it would require, like, a red, like the reddish brown, like burgundy color she has, skirt. And then a sweater with the argyle pattern that's on her chest. And then having your hair be red with a big bow in it. I think that would work very well as like a Celeste cosplay. And I keep wanting to do this, but I'm struggling to find a sweater that matches what I want. Because I already, in real life, have my hair red like that most of the time. I dye my hair red a lot, so I don't even need a wig for that one. Little hermit crab. Chocolate chip sea star! I talked about them earlier. Here's a much better picture of one, though. You can see he has the little lumps on him look like little chocolate chips because they're pointy and brown, and his body is like the tan color of the dough. He looks like a chocolate chip cookie. Oh, Fem Nook would be really cute. That's a good idea. I like that. That's cute. Moon jellyfish. Did we already read stuff? This looks like more stuff about the moon jellyfish. Right? Or is this the same thing? No, this is the same one. I remember this absolutely fucked up word that I couldn't read. Oh, no, this is different down here. This is from a specific person. Rose, the marine biologist at Sealife, made an Animal Crossing. Jellyfish are invertebrates composed of 95 to 98% water. This is what gives them their gelatinous appearance and provides them with good buoyancy. I know where we're at. I know what's coming next. Ooh, Fem Red would be cute. Wait. We're all missing out on the perfect one. Fem Flick. Get your little bug catching net and your little alt outfit. Oh, that would be so cute. Oh, maybe I can make that happen. Maybe I have enough alt outfit pieces to make that happen. Oh, that would be so good. Here is the jellyfish life cycle. They are, little guys. Adult jellyfish lay eggs. They are fertilized eggs. And then they become planula. I don't know what a planula is. And then they become a polyp. Fun fact, polyps that you can get in your body are named after the jellyfish polyps. Or maybe vice versa. I don't know which one is named first, but they have the same name because they look like each other. A budding polyp. And then they become Ephira larva? These little things. And then they become juvenile jellyfish. And then they become adult jellyfish. It's the cycle. You think punk outfit Junie would stop your heart instantly? Jot that down. I have multiple outfits I would love to get. Oh, I would love second outfits. But second outfits require the money to get them drawn and rigged. Here is some jellyfishies. I think these are one of the middle stages. Yeah, they're the budding polyps. These are the budding polyps of the jellyfish. We could, Mash. We could. I have multiple outfits I want. I want one that's like more cyberpunk like, and I have one that's like the punk could be good. I also want to do like the jellyfish one that I talked about earlier. Even though it doesn't make sense, I think it would be cute. I don't want to end your life. I'm just noting that a punk outfit is apparently something that is desired. Oh, this one's a video. It has no sound, but at least I don't think it has sound. If it's capturing sound, then maybe it has sound. Can I play it again? How do... There we go. So you can see the budding polyps, what they look like. You can see... Can I... Oh, I can tell it to loop. There we go. So you can see they have, like, the polypy thing, and this part is what becomes the top part of the jellyfish that makes them swim, and this part here is what becomes their tentacles. So like these will grow, and those will also grow. Yeah. They're very mesmerizing to watch. And here's Chloe. She also thought they were mesmerizing to watch. There's some baby jellyfish. They're so small. Small little jellyfish. We'll need a tea party outfit. Retro sci-fi outfit. Oh, that's another one. I want to get a Cheshire Cat themed outfit. But I don't know if Disney would come at me. A retro sci-fi fit would be very cool. An entirely different model, but what? Who would use it? You? You are going to be one of your OCs? Yes. That's how we could match. We could do Alice and Cheshire Cat. That could be our matching outfits. Jellyfish! You may be wondering why are they in these weird little tubey things and not in the big one. It's because, as you saw, the babies and then this thing and the babies, right? It's because this is the area where they breed the jellyfish. This is their jellyfish breeding, making baby area. The jelly lab. Take a look at our baby jellies. Did you know all the jellies at Sealife Orlando were born here? That's a lot of jelly. Yeah, this whole lab is where they make all of the baby jellyfish, and they show you it. This is brine shrimp. This is jellyfish food. They eat this. There's a water full of brine shrimp. They're so small you can't even really see them. They look like just dirty water, but they're actually little shrimp. And here, this is very exciting. They have them under a microscope, so you can see. They're so tiny. Like, this is what they look like on the microscope. But look down here. See, it literally just looks like dirty water. But they're actually little shrimps. This is what the jellyfish eat. And they're so tiny. I thought that was very cool. I love a good microscope. One of the coolest things you can do, in my opinion, if you have any sort of museum, zoo, aquarium, have a spot like this where you can look at stuff through a microscope. I love looking at stuff through a microscope. I wish they just would have, like, a, quote, museum of microscope where it's all different types of microscopes looking at all different types of things, and like as you go through each exhibit is just a different thing under a microscope. Let me see everything under a microscope. I think it'd be very cool. Ah yes, yummy protein shake made of shrimps. Here, I got a closer up picture so you can see them with my camera. Little shrimps. This was feeding time in one of the fish tanks. They put this big ball down. It was, I think it's like a dog toy, honestly. And it was full of lettuce for the herbivore fish. And it would be full of, like, seafood meat, other fish, basically, for the carnivore fish. And they'd come and eat off of it. I think this guy might be a parrotfish. He kind of looks like a parrotfish. I'm not sure what all of these are, but I think that one's a parrotfish. I have a couple of pictures of them eating from the food bowl. I thought it was fascinating. There's so many of them swarmed over. It was very cool to get to be there at feeding time. This guy looks like a tilapia. I don't know if he is a tilapia, but he looks like a tilapia. My grandparents have tilapia in a pond in their yard, and as a kid, we used to catch and release fish, the tilapia, out of the pond in their yard. We'd also feed them, like we'd have fish food to feed them, but we'd also do catch and release fishing with them for funsies. Here's Hamlet again with the aquarium. No fish were here on this day though. Here's a big fish. Again, I think he looks like a tilapia. I'm gonna guess this is some kind of tang based on how it looks, because it looks a lot like the yellow tangs. See, flop flop! They had this big tunnel that you could go under. You can kind of tell that I'm under the tunnel. This was the way I had to take the picture to make sure nothing reflected. I'm sorry, it's kind of a bad picture. But you could go under the tunnel, and then the sea flaps could go over you because it's a ground that they can go on. And so you get to see their little puppy mouth! See flap flap! I love them. I want one. I wish you could have a pet sea flap flap. Give me a pet, Ray. Say flap flap! Here's Chloe with this fish. Again, I think it might be some variety of the tang fish. This was a little shark guy. He has a lot of spots. I believe he's a leopard shark. I might be wrong, but he has a lot of spots, so leopard shark makes sense to me. He also had kind of a smiley face. He was just swimming around. It's interesting to me that they could put sharks in with these fish, and they didn't eat them. Oh, there you go. You can see his puppy mouth. Him have a little puppy mouth. You know what else has puppy mouths? Snakes. Snakes have puppy mouths. I used to snake sit for a friend who had a pet snake when she would go out of town, and I loved snake sitting her snake. She was a good snake, and I wanted to keep her. I still want to keep her. I wish I could have a pet snake. My roommate is afraid of snake, so I cannot have a pet snake. I mean, I could. They just would probably stop being my roommate, and that would be bad because I need to, have a place to live. Shark, big ray. This one also had a very leopardy looking pattern on him. It's interesting to me that this leopardy pattern evolved both in the sea and on the land. I mean, I guess it's a good one for camouflage though, because it looks a lot like shadows. Like the shadows through the leaves and the shadows coming through the water, kind of the same kind of shadows, so it works well for both. Here is a shark pictured from below. There's his butt. Lots of fish butts today. Sharks are a type of fish, believe it or not. Crazy, I know. Yeah, this shark tunnel was very cool. There we go! This is the best puppy mouth. Look at him! Look at him! He's so cute! I love his little puppy mouth! I love him so much. You think I could have a pet shark? You think that would be illegal? Maybe a little illegal. Perhaps. Here he is again from below, again with his butt. Yep, they have a type of butt. Right? Holy crap, his puppy mouth, so cute. Turtle! This is a sea turtle as seen from below. This sea turtle was a rescue sea turtle. He had some kind of issue going on with his swim bladder. You can kind of see from the angle he is in. Do turtles have swim bladders actually? They didn't. Do sea turtles have swim bladders? We were just assuming it was a swim bladder the whole time, but now I'm not sure. They do not have swim bladder. Okay. Well, he had something wrong. Okay, they control their buoyancy through lungs as air tanks and water intake through their cloaca. So I think maybe he had an issue with his cloaca. Poor guy had an issue with his butt. His little butt area, like he was swimming at an angle where like his face would be down and his butt end would be up in the air, and he very clearly had a hard time swimming. So he was a rescue turtle, and I'm glad he was here because he probably would not have survived in the wild on being unable to swim like that. Yeah, butthole swimming, exactly. He was struggling with his butthole swimming. There was a rock thing that he likes to go put himself under to help him stay down when he wanted to stay on the bottom. Yep, it's all mucus and buttholes when you're in the sea. I don't know what kind of fish this is, but he looked cool in the coral. Here's Hamlet agreeing that he looked cool in the coral. Boy or girl? The temperature at which the eggs are incubated determines whether or not the turtle will be male or female. Did you know that? Breeding migration. Age at first breeding season is 30 to 50 years. Wow. Mating occurs offshore to nesting beaches. And then they lay several clutches of eggs. They have 2 weekly intervals. So they go to hang out at their nesting area. And then they mate in the water, go lay eggs, go back in the water, mate again, go lay eggs. They lay a lot of eggs. And then their eggs, they bury in the ground to incubate them. And then when they're done breeding, they return to their feeding grounds. Their breeding migration interval is 2 to 3 years, so every 2 to 3 years they'll go have more babies. And they hang out at their feeding ground until then. The baby turtles spend life in the open ocean for 25 to 30 years before they do their first breeding migration. Turtles get so old. They're like one of the oldest ones ever. Right? Amazing illustration. I do think this is actually the position turtles assume. Like, genuinely. Not saying from experience or anything. I believe that is the actual position they assume. Oh, this guy! Look at this guy. He's looking at me so sassy at the camera. Like, can you believe this shit? Are you seeing this shit? Can't believe it. In front of another Sealife sign. And there is a little bubble here. You will see Hamlet in this bubble momentarily. First we have Chloe outside. Sealife. And then, yep, there's Hamlet in the bubble. I told you he'd be in there. I wanted to use this picture as the stream thumbnail until I realized that it was very dark and hard to see, and also vertical, and I could not get a good crop of it for the stream thumbnail size that also showed everything in it. So I was like, alright, I gotta find something else. They actually put on a turtle mating documentary at the dentist. Incredible. I have never had that happen, luckily. My dentist office growing up did have little like tiles in the roof, like the light tiles were there were like, you know how like at corporate places they'll have those like tile roofs and then the lights will also be tiles. They had the light tiles had like ocean illustrations on them, so the light would shine through, and it looked like looking up from under the water with the sun coming through and seeing fish and stuff swimming above you. It was meant to relax the children. It did not relax me because I hate the dentist, but I did like those lights. Yeah, it's like a hamster ball. He can go in a hamster ball underwater. He loved the hamster ball. What? Oh. Oh, well, I would have changed it immediately rather than feeling too awkward. Fish. Him fishing. Is this another cowfish? Maybe. This tank also didn't tell me what it was. Rescue! How you can help protect sea turtles. Be a responsible boater, avoid crossing seagrass beds, and be aware of your speed. It's true. Boating accidents are one of the biggest causes of injury for manatees, actually. Did you know that? There was no manatees at this aquarium, but manatees are very native to just outside of Tampa, Japan, so we see lots of manatees here. So we've done a lot of manatee restoration and rescue learning in school here. And they teach you that boating accidents is one of the biggest causes of harm to manatees. And for a long time, you used to be able to feed manatees because they were very friendly and they like lettuce and seagrass that you can readily give them. But they actually had to ban the feeding of manatees in a lot of areas, not because of the fact that people weren't feeding them things they could have, because people were feeding them stuff they could have. The problem was that they got too friendly and would come too close to the boat docks and then get hit more by the boats. And then they have trouble swimming when they get hit by the boats and they have to be rescued. Yes, I too want to give manatees a hug, but also I know I can't. When I was younger, one time we were at the beach, like the area where the river connects to the ocean, and somehow a manatee got stuck and accidentally got into the ocean and washed up on the beach. And my uncle helped push him back into the water so he could swim away. He helped people rescue the manatee, but he did get his toes slapped by the manatee's tail in the process. And broke his toe, but he rescued a manatee. It was very cool. I was there. I watched it happen. I was very happy that he rescued the manatee. Friendly humans probably could accidentally make them too fat. That's true, but boating was the way bigger concern. But yeah, lots of manatee awareness campaigns. We also got to go in on a field trip to make oyster mats and put oyster mats in the river, because oyster mats are actually very important for sea life around rivers too, especially like areas where it's like I said, where the river meets the ocean. And another cool thing, mangrove trees, also very important. A lot of animals need mangrove trees to hide in, and so if you cut down the mangrove trees by the river and ocean meeting, that's also very bad. We learned lots about this in school. They really wanted to make sure that they were teaching us to not destroy the environment we directly lived in. Yes, a floating sea turtle may not be able to dive quickly enough to avoid a speeding boat. It's true. Dispose of fishing line properly. Monofilament fishing lines takes up to 600 years to biodegrade. Discard it in monofilament recycling bins, not in the water. Correct. That's another one that's an issue for manatees. Contribute to conservation organizations and rehabilitation centers. Without the generosity of the public, many organizations and rescue centers would not exist. Every donation you make really does make a difference. Yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to do a sea life conservation stream. It's gonna happen at some point. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna do it. I'll play an aquarium game of some sort. And do another one of these for a different aquarium, and I don't know, I'll do a big thing for it. It'll be fun. Take your trash away with you when you've had fun at the beach. Turtles can mistake floating plastic bags for jellyfish, one of their favorite foods. It's true. That was another thing I remember doing in school, was they showed us an actual comparison of what a plastic bag looks like from under the water with the level of eyesight that a sea turtle has, and how much it looked like a jellyfish, and it's actually surprisingly close. Insane Aquarium could be an option. It would be kind of funny to be doing a stream where aliens come to attack your fish for conservation, but maybe. Rescue. Shells damaged from boat collisions, flippers amputated from fishing line entanglements, internal injuries caused by swallowing plastic trash. These are just some of the common injuries that turtles that are found on the beaches of the U.S. every year. But thanks to the efforts of dedicated hospitals around the country, many of these turtles are rescued, rehabilitated, and returned to the wild. Turtle rescues in Florida. We are working in partnership with the Turtle Hospital in Marathon, Florida Keys, to raise funds for local turtle conservation and provide a new home for rescued turtles that are unlikely to survive if released back into the wild. As well as treating and releasing over 1,500 sea turtles since its founding in 1986, the Turtle Hospital is helping raise awareness about sea turtle conservation, conducting and assisting with research to aid sea turtles, and working toward environmental legislation to make the beaches and water safe and clean. Maybe that's what I could do. I could talk to the Turtle Hospital in the Keys and see if I could do a fundraising stream for them. For the turtles. This is a great idea. More fishies. This was a big fish. He was so huge. His tail is also kind of sideways. He almost looked like a manatee. But he's not a manatee. He is a big fish. And we have Hamlet again with the fish. Lots of pictures of Hamlet. Oop. Please. There we go. We have more fish. I don't know what kind of fish these are, but I like their cool little things. Their little marks. They almost looks like they have smaller fish on them, but they don't. They're just their marks. There's a lot of unspecified fish here. There was a big period of time where there was a lot of these kinds of info boards, and not a lot of the Animal Crossing ones. Breed! Sealife are developing seahorse breeding programs to better understand the seahorses in our care and help conserve them in the future. Seahorses! Seahorse! I love seahorses. The Animal Crossing seahorse is quite possibly one of the best Animal Crossing animals that they have. Like, he is so cute. I love him so much. He might be one of the best illustrations they have done for this game. I love his big eyeballs and his curly little tail. What a precious baby. A favorite of mine, to be sure. I agree, Blathers. The seahorse is such a very unique creature and is indeed a fish. Though as far as fish go, seahorses are not great swimmers. The seahorse you see has but a wee fin on its back, which propels it through the water rather poorly. Thus, these fish are often found using their prehensile tails to hold tight in amongst the seagrass. And here's one final fact for you. Seahorses have no stomach, so they must constantly feed to stay alive. Indeed, the life of a land horse sounds far easier than that of the hard-working horse of the sea. I didn't know they had no stomach. That's a fun fact. They can't hold their food. They have to, like, constantly be eating. Seahorses are ambush predators. When prey is nearby, a seahorse will suck it up and swallow it whole. Seahorses tend to stay with one partner for a while. Partners start each morning with a dance. That's very cute. I love that. I love that they mate for a long time and dance at each other. Oh, that's adorable. I didn't realize that they swallow their prey whole, but also don't have stomachs. How do they digest them? What? Wait a minute. How do seahorses digest? They don't have a stomach or teeth. They suction via their tubular snouts to ingest it whole, and it passes quickly from the esophagus to the intestines. Oh, I see. It just goes straight to their intestines. Actually, a seahorse, right? Why is there no seahorse themed VTubers? That would be cute. I love seahorses. Oh, I did take a close-up picture of him because I love him so much. I love him. I love the seahorse. Seahorse hideaway. There are nearly 50 species of seahorses, mainly living in shallow habitats including seagrass beds and mangroves. See? What did I tell you? What did I tell you about the mangroves? I told you they're important. They're important for my babies, my seahorses. The smallest can be just the size of a fingernail, while the largest can grow 12.5 inches, about the same height as an American football. That's a huge seahorse. Wow. Some people believe that seahorses have special healing properties. Every year, millions are killed for use in traditional medicines. No, don't do it. Don't kill seahorses for traditional medicines. That's not true. It's not gonna work. Don't do it. Sealife are developing seahorse breeding programs to better understand the seahorses in our care and help conserve them in the future. Yeah. Your ocean adventure is here. This is where these seahorses live. Just the size of a fingernail, eats constantly, just like you for real. Seahorse love! Here is how breeding seahorses works. Courtship. During courtship, seahorses dance together until the mom lays her eggs in the dad's pouch. They are the only animal in the world where the dad gives birth. Pregnancy. The dad looks after the babies in his pouch for around 2 to 3 weeks until they are fully developed. Up to 200 babies can be born through the top of his pouch. That's crazy. Newborn babies are so small, you can hardly see them. They float around in the water, hiding in the seagrass until they are fully grown. There's the dad with all his babies. You're about to see a dad with all of his babies. This aquarium had the most pregnant seahorse I have ever seen in my life. You think this one is? Oh boy. But first, this tank right here is a baby seahorse. We're gonna loop it. Oh, apparently Chloe pops in here at the end. It's kind of hard to tell, but this guy right here, that's a baby seahorse. And there's another one right there. Little baby seahorses. They're so cute, they're so tiny. And they hang on to this little sea kelp because of the current. With their little curly tails. That's what their curly tails are for. See, they hang on to things with their curly tails, like little monkeys. I'm surprised that they're called seahorses and not sea monkeys with the way that they hold on to things. I guess it's because their face shape is kind of horse-shaped. There she is with the seahorse. You can see him back there. He's camouflaging quite well. The tank I was taking a video of was this little thing. It's a little container inside the big tank. They labeled it ponies only because it's for the babies. Little pony babies. And here we have the very pregnant seahorse. This is the most pregnant seahorse I've ever seen in my life. There's so many babies in that pouch. It's so crazy. The creatures called sea monkeys are nothing like monkeys? What? Why? Let's look at him. Look at how many babies that guy's got. So pregnant. The most pregnant. Also, that's the straightest I've ever seen a seahorse tail go. Crazy. Here's some more very pregnant seahorses. They were not kidding when they said they had a seahorse breeding program. They are so pregnant. So many babies. They're about to have so many babies. I should go back and see how many babies are there now. Look at this. 3 of them hanging out. So pregnant. So many babies. Hamlet is in shock at how many babies there are. And now we have, oh, this is what I was telling you about with the turtle. We loop back around to the turtle. He kept putting himself underneath of this rock thing that they had made for him so that he could be allowed to sit at the bottom because of his floating issue. And I thought that was very nice that they made that for him. I agree. Seahorses are the only acceptable impreg. This is the one about Beret again. I feel like I read this one already too. Yes, I did read this one already. Some of them repeated. It's okay. Here's the turtle. Here's a good picture of the turtle from the front. You can see his face. Pat pat. But yeah, they had this like fish statue thing, but he kept going underneath so that he could stay on the bottom. He liked it there. He was very cute. Pufferfish! Like its cousin, the blowfish, when the pufferfish feels threatened, it inflates into a spiky balloon. The biggest difference between them is that the pufferfish is not deadly poisonous like its kin. Oh, the blowfish is the poisonous one, not the pufferfish. So while it may look scary, the substantially reduced risk to life and limb make it much better company. Pufferfish love seagrass and coral reefs. They are not the fastest swimmers, but are great at crunching hard shells with their beak-like mouths. When threatened, they puff up like a balloon thanks to their super stretchy stomach, skeleton, and skin. Their skeleton is stretchy? I didn't realize their skeleton was stretchy. I thought it was just their skin stretching. That's crazy. Butterfly fish. We read about butterfly fish already, didn't we? Yes, we did. As I said, some of these are repeats. Not because I took a repeat of the same thing, but because they had some of these plaques in multiple places, because they had multiple tanks with the same kind of fish in them. Here's the turtle again, hanging out under here. All of the babies. There are so many sea turtle babies. I think I may have one of the most massive chat delays ever at this point, and I apologize for that, but it's okay. Welcome to Feeding Frenzy. Porkfish. This striped swimmer gets its funny name from the little grunting noises it makes, kind of like a pig oinking underwater. Yeah! I love piggies. I would love to see a porkfish snort like a piggy. Also, look who is here! He's here! He's washed up on the shore! I love that they did this. I love that they have him there. It's so cute. And this thing, it was a projector, so it rotated and told you at a couple of them. Sailfin Tang. The sailfin tang has extra large flowing fins. When fully flared, it can look twice its normal size to scare off predators. Yeah, those do look like sails. There him is. We love him. He always eats the eepiest. Dory fish! I told you that I had a better picture of a dory fish somewhere. This is a blue tang. I love dory fish. I would love to have one. When I was a kid, we had a fish tank that had a dory and a Nemo in it. It was very cute. 10 out of 10. Dories. See, the blue tang, the dories, and the yellow tang are such different shapes from each other. He's so pointy nose and like triangular, and she's so oval. It's hard to believe that they're like related. Crazy. Seafood Watch Cafe from Monterey Bay Aquarium. So, Monterey Bay Aquarium is the one I was telling you about in California. That has the sea lions and is used in the Finding Dory movie. That's probably why they had the dory fish next to it. So they were just sponsoring this thing here. Like, this is not, still at Orlando, it's not at Monterey Bay. But they have this thing, I put them in the window of it, that was set up to look like a food restaurant counter. And then there was this little iPad thing down here where you could click on the different type of fish, and then a chef guy would come in and talk to you about the different kinds of fish and whether or not it was sustainable to eat them, and if so, like what varieties of them are sustainable, and how to eat seafood sustainably without overfishing and overhunting. It was very cute, and I had to take pictures of them in the kitchen because I thought it was cute. Oh, my bad. She's a surgeonfish, not a blue tang. I could have swore Dory was a blue tang. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Blue tang is a dory fish. Oh! It's a species of surgeonfish. Oh. Okay. Cool. We have learned a thing today. Whew, careful now. These fish are particularly dangerous, despite their seemingly docile experience. With its saturated blue and yellow tones, the surgeonfish is quite breathtaking. It's got to keep up with all the other vibrant fish that live in the coral too, I wager. Quite the competition. Its spine is sharp as a blade, so care must be taken when handling these beauties. Aquarium staff says perhaps... Oh, I could have seen it right here. Perhaps the best known species of surgeonfish is the blue tang. Despite their name, blue tangs are bright yellow when they're young. When spotted by a predator, these fish sometimes freeze and play dead. Oh, that's pretty cool. Doryfish, angelfish. There he is. I love the angelfish too. The angelfish is truly a beautiful creature. Just look at the elegance of those fins. Despite the name, however, these lovelies are known to be rather aggressive. True facts. True facts. The first girl I ever dated had an angelfish aquarium in her bedroom, and they were, first of all, very large because she had them for a long time, but second of all, very aggressive. She said that, like, they were okay with each other for the most part, but also if she ever tried to introduce any other fish, she'd have to give them away because they'd be aggressive, and sometimes, even with other angelfish, they'd be too aggressive and she'd have to give them away. So it's like a carefully curated tank after years of her introducing fish and being like, nope, they're too mean to each other, and giving them to someone else and being like, oh, okay, this one gets along for some reason. Oh my god, you're so right. The blue tang's playing dead is probably why Marlin was so concerned for Dory when she was playing tag. That makes sense. Finding Nemo is one of the best Pixar movies of all time. It teaches you so much about the actual animals. They do such a good job. It is a perfect marriage of learning things and having a good time. I love that movie so much. It's one of my favorites of all time. 10 out of 10, number 1 on my Pixar movie list, Finding Nemo. I should do a Pixar movie tier list at some point. They've no qualms about relentlessly pursuing fish much smaller than themselves. Why they even attack their own kin. That's what I was saying. It seems no fish is safe around these angelic bullies. It makes one wonder who comes up with these names. Appearances and names can be deceiving. Aquarium staff says their bright scales help angelfish blend in among the colorful coral reefs where they reside. Like many fish, angelfish have a thin layer of mucus on their bodies, which protects them from parasites and bacteria. It's all mucus and buttholes today. Every fish has got a mucus and a butthole. Oh, this is one of the best pictures ever. I love this so much. Hide and seek. Epaulet sharks walk on the sand and hide in the coral, and then he's literally right here hiding under this log right in front of the sign. He understood the assignment. He hid here just for you guys, just so everyone could see. I love him for doing that. What a good guy. What a good baby. Pat Pat the shark. We love it. We love shark. The whelk. I apparently took this picture from very far away. I doubt we're gonna be able to read this one. My guess is it was crowded in this area and I couldn't get to it. Oh, you know what? This is one that was... They put one of these on a sign on a wall behind the table that an employee was standing at to teach stuff, and I felt like I couldn't reasonably walk behind her into her employee space because it felt weird. Sturgeon. The sturgeon is large and long-lived river fish which has changed little in the last 300 million years. One curious behavior of theirs is leaping high out of the water and falling back in on their sides. The smacking sound of their re-entry can be heard for up to half a mile away, likely more underwater. No one knows why they do it, but I like to think it's their impression of bread popping out of a toaster. And the aquarium staff one is too blurry to read. Sturgeon fish are... There was a game I was playing where you needed sturgeon fish because something ate a sturgeon, so you needed it. Oh, in Disney Dreamlight Valley, you have to catch sturgeon to feed to the foxes. The foxes are apparently very picky and only like to eat sturgeon. Well, that's not true. They'll eat any fish, but the sturgeon makes them your friend faster. It's their favorite food. Each animal has a favorite food, has like a liked food and a favorite food, and the liked food is a category, and the favorite food is a specific thing. And there goes the last of my tea. I have a little water though, luckily. Finding Nemo is the best. If you don't love Finding Nemo, you're wrong. And you can fight me on that. Arowana. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The arowana is an excellent jumper. Some have been seen leaping 6 feet out of the water. What? Alas, it has also been on the endangered species list for some time. It's up to us to do all we can do to help preserve such magnificent creatures for the year to come. Another one where I couldn't read the aquarium staff. As I was saying, I couldn't get close to a lot of the ones in this room. They were in kind of poor locations. This is a really cool picture I got, Bo, of this tank. It really looks like you're in the tank. Here's the dory fish, the blue tang and the yellow tang, and the sturgeons, and the arowana. This is everything that was on those signs. Just hanging out in this tank. Hamlet agrees. He likes these fish. It kind of looks like he's in the tank. I tried. Here's another shark. Him hiding in his hole. In his little hidey hole. He says, "No talk me, Engie. Try again later." Hamlet tried to talk to him. He still wouldn't come out, even for Hamlet. I can't believe it. Hamlet's so cute. How could you not come out for Hamlet? Can we actually read this one now? I got a better picture of this one, apparently. Silver arowana are formidable predators, even able to leap from the water to capture prey in low-hanging branches. However, more commonly, they slurp up floating insects using their drawbridge-like mouth. Wait, branches? They're eating bugs out of trees? This fish be eating bugs out of trees? That's crazy. That's probably Blather's favorite fish then, because he hates bugs. Yeah, the shark is hiding his head like a dog does. When they put their head under the blankie and they're like, "No. Here's my boy! He's here! Pascal is here! We love him! We love Pascal in this house." Okay, I just had to make sure I didn't accidentally put the picture of me with Pascal in here. I have a great picture I took with Pascal of me kissing the top of his head. It's very cute. We're not showing it on stream because we're not showing you my real face. Hamlet loved Pascal. Well, Pascal was so good. We love him. Turtle! This guy, I don't know what kind of turtle he is, but he is turtle. He looks like kind of like a slider. Maybe he's some variety of slider, because his shell shape looks a lot like the yellow-eared slider, but his body, that's not the yellow-eared slider, but maybe he's a different kind of slider. He has claws. Did you know a lot of turtles have claws, especially the freshwater ones? Soft-shelled turtle. That was not a soft-shelled turtle, but I'll bite. That was definitely clearly a hard-shelled turtle. The soft-shelled turtle is not one to shy away from biting when provoked. In addition to its powerful bite, this little critter has the ability to breathe above and below water. It has an unusually long neck, which it uses for both breathing and biting. Come to think of it, how did you manage to avoid being bitten? Well, it's a fearsome critter, but just look at that face. Rather silly. Aquarium staff says soft shells have sharp nails, strong jaws, and webbed feet. They burrow into sand or gravel to hide from predators and ambush prey. Their rubbery shells are as flexible as stingrays, and they're agile both in water and on land. I didn't realize their shells felt like stingrays. That's cool. There he is. This is the soft-shelled turtle. Look at him. He looks like a pancake. This is like the blobfish version of a turtle. If a turtle had a blobfish, it would be this. He's so flat. He's so blobular. He's just living in the moment. I love him. What a silly little guy. Look at those eyes. Those eyes have not a thought behind them. What a blobular, silly little guy. I think this might be the sturgeon because he has the long nose. He look kind of sturgeon-y. I'm out of tea. I have to drink some water instead now. Wow, I've been going for 3 hours. I was worried that talking about this aquarium trip was not going to take up enough time to be a whole stream. Boy, am I glad I wasn't. I decided to just believe in the heart of the cards, because wow, this is a whole stream. Yeah, sturgeon with his long nose. No, wait, this isn't a sturgeon. I was wrong. The sturgeon was in the other tank. This is a gar. Are you saying a gar licked this bread? There he is. There he is. He posed with the side for me. Have you ever seen a front view of a gar? Look at this nose. Look at this crazy nose. Are you saying a gar licks this bread? There's no way I'm gonna be able to read that from this picture, though. Hopefully I took a better picture of it. Excellent, I did. Thank you, past me, for thinking to do this. Hoo-hoo! So you have snagged a gar. Did you know this beastly fish can grow up to 9 feet long? That's a long fish. Indeed, the gar is a remnant of times long past, a living fossil, if you will. It not only has sharp teeth and armor like scales, it has the ability to take breaths of air as well. To look upon this unusual fish to get a glimpse of our prehistoric past. Gars are found only in North America and typically live in fresh or brackish water. Alligator gar are the biggest gar species, weighing up to 300 pounds. With their short, wide snouts and bodies, they are easily mistaken for alligators. Yeah, I mean, if you saw a 300-pound version of this, I too would think it was an alligator. Like, that, you can't tell me that's not alligator nose coated. Like, look at that. That looks like an alligator to me. This is a slider. He's got the yellow ears. That's a yellow ear slider. I love them. They're so good. They're such good babies. Bluegill. This is another fish. They're very common. You can eat them. People do eat them. The bluegill is incredibly common. A bit too common depending upon where you are. They eat anything that fits in their mouths and are highly adaptable. The bane of fishermen in some areas, bluegill is often the only fish to be caught. But looking in its wee beady eyes, I must say I see no ill will in it. Oh god, can I read this? I think so. Bluegill live in freshwater ponds, lakes, and slow-moving streams. They live around sunken trees, docks, and piers, as well as in grass beds along shorelines. Bluegill are sometimes called bream, panfish, or perch, and they eat small insect and larvae. It's wild to me that there's so many fish that eat insects, because insects live on land and fish live in the water, and that's crazy. Freshwater goby. The freshwater goby is an unassuming specimen, but beneath that calm fishy exterior, true gluttony resides. It will eat anything that will fit in its mouth, and its mouth is quite the gaping maw, so I recommend you refrain from drawing attention to yourself. Freshwater goby species of small fish that live in freshwater habitats and brackish estuaries. Brackish estuaries are the words I was looking for earlier when I was talking about the areas where the ocean and the river touch and the water is both, where the manatees can live and where I did the oyster mats. It was brackish estuaries. They're very cool. They're a very unique habitat. There's not a whole lot of them in the world either, which makes them even more cool. Because they're only found at the spots where the rivers and the ocean meet. Big conch shells. And some more fishies in the reef. Oh, and more chocolate chip sea stars. There's another one. I love the chocolate chip sea stars. My friend who was doing the science fair project on them was doing the project on the regeneration rates of their arms. And here we have more fish. I don't know what kind of fish, more fish. Another chocolate chip sea star. I should make chocolate chip sea star cookies. Like, I should make cookies that look cut chocolate chip cookies, but cut them in the shapes of the sea stars. That would be cute. I love this idea. Fishy, chocolate chip sea star. I love them. They're my favorite kind of starfish. They just look like little cookies, and I love them so much, and I want to eat them. I don't actually want to eat them. I don't think starfish taste good. We're here! Hamlet got to finally meet his heroes, Tom, Nook, and Isabel. So this was very cool. They had a big spot here where you could take pictures in front of it. It was like a big display of the characters and the art. The art that is in the thumbnail. I used that art for this. I took a big picture of it. I was going to use my picture of it for the thumbnail. But yet again, I took it in the wrong dimensions and it did not work right for a thumbnail. I tried to crop it so you could, like, if I tried to crop it, here you could see the tops of their heads. And if I put it up to where you couldn't see the tops of their heads, then it started cutting off the babies, and I didn't want to cut off the babies. But if I put it low enough to where you could see all of them, it cut off the top of this. So I gave up and went online and found the actual art they used for this and used that for the thumbnail. And I put myself in it. My own Animal Crossing drawing I did of myself in Animal Crossing style. Neon tetras. I've had these in fish tanks before too. As a kid, they're very common to have in fish tanks. You can find them in just about any pet store. Hoo-hoo! Wonderful! The neon tetra is truly a marvel of the tropical fish world. Just look at how tiny it is. It's such a tiny little baby. And how very filled with neon. It's me! It's small and neon! This is me! It's the me fish. I have found the me fish. This fish was made for me. I imagine its environment must be just as flashy as it is for it to have develop such colors. I wonder how flashy I might be had I been raised somewhere even half as vibrant. Most tetras come from the Amazon basin and live in the black water below dense forest canopies. They can dull their colors in dark water and appear brighter in clear water. They live in schools and are popular in home aquariums. I should get some of these because they're the me fish. They look just like me. Me fish. Sea star. I think I read this one earlier. Yeah, I read this one earlier. But it was a cool display for it with the lifeguard and the surfboard with the name. Here's another anemone, but this one's not wearing a sweater. He's just red. But this was cool. These guys back here have sweaters. This is the touch tank where you could touch the anemone. I forgot. There is one actual picture of my actual hand in here. There you go. That's it. Hand reveal. I have touched an anemone. It's okay, because this is not the part of my hand or the hand that has the identifiable part on it, so it's fine. You get a little hand reveal as a treat. So lewd. But yeah, you could touch the little anemone tentacles. They kind of felt like I don't know. They kind of felt like really thin fabric, but like floating in water, kind of. I don't know. It was hard to describe. They were very soft and very squishy, but like also very delicate. And you also get to touch starfish. And these guys were very bumpy. They felt kind of like imagine if a rock was squishy. Like they had bumpies, but also were squishy. Honestly, they kind of felt like what I imagine phloem feels like, but I've never actually touched phloem before. A little hand reveal as a treat. My tiny baby hand. But I was kind of sad though that this aquarium didn't let me touch the manta rays. I wanted to touch manta rays, but they didn't have any. This tank just had starfish and anemones. The proper way to touch them, they said, was very gently and with 1 to 2 fingers stuck out, and do not poke. You have to lightly tap. And here we have Hamlet with Isabel. Don't ask why there's a Marilyn Monroe sign over there. I don't even know why there's a Marilyn Monroe sign over there. Probably a previous thing the aquarium was doing. Abalone! Abalone? Abalone? Abalone. I've seen the shells before, but I've never actually seen a real alive one until the aquarium. I think he was in the touch tank, but we just couldn't touch him. I want to touch the manta rays. I've touched manta rays before. I just want to touch them again. I like touching them because they're cute. My feathers. But the abalone is the most deceptive snail. A most deceptive sea snail. After seeing a dull round shell from the outside, one would think it's quite plain, but take a gander inside and you'll see that the abalone's home is a shimmering beauty to behold. The inner layer of the shell is made of nacre, or mother of pearl, and what a dazzling iridescent hue. Let this be a lesson. You mustn't judge a sea snail by the outside of its shell. Judge it by the inside of its shell instead. Aquarium staff says that they're typically found in intertidal areas and kelp forests between 20 and 100 feet below the water's surface. The abalone has a massive muscular foot, which, when threatened by a predator, acts like a suction cup to hold on tight. The inside of the abalone shells are so pretty. I really want to have one, like the shell, so that I can see the inside. They're very pretty. I had a box. I have a pair of earrings that I inherited from my grandma. Where the earrings are pearls, but then the box that they're in is made out of the abalone shell, or the mother of pearl. So the pearls are inside the mother of pearls. It's very cute. I don't know how expensive they were. I don't know, but she gave them to me. Well, So I said inherited, but she gave them to me when I was younger and told me because they're real pearls that real pearls, I guess, will turn colors from the oils in your skin. So she told me that I should save them and only wear them on special occasions. So I have only worn them once in my life, and it was as an adult because I deemed it a special enough occasion. Other than that, they stay in their pretty little box, and I love them. They remind me of my grandma. Yellow perch. The yellow perch is certainly worth squawking about. I find it a sight to behold. The jagged dorsal fin, those brilliant stripes, those glorious colors. Oh, it truly is the specimen. I would be thrilled to witness it firsthand in its natural environment. But the yellow perch's peak season is winter, I'm afraid. So very afraid of winter's biting chill. He does not like the cold. Usually found in clear freshwater lakes, the streams of North America, yellow perch eat aquatic insects, invertebrates, and even small fish. Look at him. Lobster! The lobster is rather famous for its 2 large claws, but did you know that in fact it has 6 claws total? What? Of course, the 4 tiny claws aren't as threatening as the large crusher claw is. That pincher can put 100 pounds of pressure on in a pinch. Just a little something to bear in mind when a lobster tries to shake your hand. Thriving in icy depths, American lobsters navigate rocky, something to evade predators. From shallow shores to abyssal depths of 1,500 feet, they reign supreme, weighing up to 4.5 pounds. I think that's 4.5, it might be 45, unsure. Oh, did my model stop tracking? Oh. Oh, my tracking phone says it's about to die. If I plug in to charge, will it die? We're gonna find out. Supposedly it's charging, and supposedly it is still working. Okay, cool. I don't have a long enough USB cable yet for this new phone, because my old phone used a lightning cable and this one uses USB-C. So I don't have a long enough one to reach my PC yet, which is why I'm doing the Wi-Fi tracking. So I've had a power bank in here ready to plug in when it started dying, but I didn't want to plug it too early and drain the power bank unnecessarily. They're heavyweight champions. I'm struggling to read this. I again, with it being too blurry because of the small text. That's the price. Oh, another one? Is this one more readable? No. No, it's less readable. Good job, me. Check in here. Tap to begin. So this little kiosk, I took the picture of it because Timmy and Tommy look so cute on it. But this little kiosk, you could check in with your Nintendo account, and you actually got points on your Nintendo account for coming and doing the aquarium tour. It was very cool. I love that they did that. So they got to know how many people actually came to do this because they play Animal Crossing, and I thought that was very cute. And also we got free points out of it to buy cosmetic stuff. Loaches are a large group of bottom-feeding freshwater fish. Because there are so many species, it is difficult to generalize about them all. One thing they all have in common is perhaps their most unappealing trait, the name loach. Repellent, isn't it? They should have just called it the cockroach and been done with it. Loach. It just tastes terrible on the beak. It's true. I don't like the name because it does remind me of the worst bug ever that I get anxious just thinking about. I am extremely afraid of the bug that's name is similar to this. Let's not even think about it. That will give me more nightmares than the alien sea creature we saw earlier. Loaches dwell at the bottom of rivers and streams. They eat algae, insects, and small crustaceans, and typically have downturned mouths and barbels that are specialized for finding them in the mud. That's what they do. They find food and go hop, hop, hop. And we made it to the end of the aquarium, where they had the store. And they put Timmy and Tommy in the store. I'm so happy that they did that. It was very cute. Here's Hamlet with them. Ignore behind the curtain. And they had merch. They had plushies and cups, like mugs, and Pez dispensers, and Legos. Can you guess what merch I ended up getting? Can you guess? I can show you. Okay, apparently I have more pictures of Timmy and Tommy first. But then I can show you. Honestly, the merch prices were not even that bad. Like $12.95 for a mug. That's a licensed mug. Not terrible. I got Lego. Nice little Tom Nook and the balloon present. And alright, I'll bite. I'll tell you. There's a technicality here on the Lego. This Lego was not one that I bought there. This Lego was given to me by the friends that I went with. They showed up and gave it to me as a present because we were going to the Animal Crossing Aquarium and they hadn't seen me since before Christmas. So they were like, since you wanted to do this, we decided Animal Crossing Lego was a good Christmas present. So I got this as a Christmas present, but it came from the trip, so I included it in here. Here's the stamp rally, so you can see all of the stamps looked like. I thought they were very cute. I like this card. I have kept it. We also got Tom Nook coloring pages. This was also free. I have not colored mine yet. I might color it if I do a coloring stream. Well, I want to do a coloring stream someday. It's just, I might color him, or I might just use my coloring books. We'll see. This is the merch I got. I got the mug for my tea. I know, shocking, right? Drinking tea on stream and having to get a mug for tea. I was so happy because the mug is dishwasher safe. I never find good licensed mugs that are dishwasher safe, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's not dishwasher safe, I'm not gonna use it. I'm just not. So, it was happy that I was happy that I found one that was actually usable. Right? It's such a good mug. I love mugs so much. I love the cleanness of it, where it looks like the wood with the logo. It's very aesthetic to me. And then I also got these. Woohoo! Safe to dishwash. This is a Nemo pin to go on my backpack, and this little glass octopus. So the Nemo pin I got because I think I've shared pictures of it in the Discord before. I almost called it the dishwash. In the Discord, I have a bag that has a bunch of pins on it from a collaboration that Chloe did with one of the Japan aquariums. That's her with a bunch of different sea creatures. And so I wanted to put this pin on that bag. The octopus I got because I also have a little glass crab that I got when I went to the Tampa aquarium. And so as this was the Orlando aquarium, I thought I should get another little glass sea creature and just turn this into a thing where every aquarium I go to, I get a little glass sea creature if they have one. Because I feel like that's a pretty common merch item to have. Oh, and that's it. There's no more arrow here, which means I have no more pictures. We shared all of the pictures. I'm going back to the store for the end. There we go. That is our ending picture of the day is the gift shop, because all things must end in the gift shop. On this trip, because I did multiple things on this trip because it was a whole vacation trip. So I went and did this Animal Crossing stuff. And I also went and saw the Olympic ice skating team doing their post-Olympics tour that they do. And that was very fun, and I enjoyed it a lot, and it was a really good time. I got a very cool print for my wall, which I can share in the Discord, because I have a picture of it. I just didn't put it in the files for this. Of the 3 girls performing to Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. But our seats were kind of high up for that, and so a lot of the pictures I took, you can't really identify who the skaters are. And the videos I took, while good because you can see all of the movement on the ice from that high up, a lot of the videos I took, me or the people I was with were singing along with the songs that were playing. And so I didn't want to share them on stream for the privacy of my friends, probably not wanting me just sharing their singing without telling them. But it was very cool, so I can share pictures of that. Genuinely, like, I cried multiple times when they came out on stage. I wasn't expecting to, but it was a cool moment to be like, wow. These people were in the Olympics, and now they're in front of me. These people won gold medals of the world, and now they're in front of me skating for my entertainment. Kinda crazy. Kind of wild. It was cool. But yeah, the whole trip went well. I was nervous about it because I haven't done big trips like that since, like, at least not once for fun, since all of my health problems started, and so I was worried how it would go, but it went okay. I didn't have any major health issues. I was able to follow my special diet the whole time. Everything went okay. So since it went so well, I now know that I can do more further trips, so I can do more streams like this talking about trips because I want to, because I like going places and doing things, and I always feel bad when I try to go places and do things and I'm like, yes, I have to take this week off because I'm going somewhere and have nothing to show for it. I want to have stuff to show for it. I want to show things. So I will try and see what pictures I can get when I go to DreamHack, because I am going to DreamHack. I will be not streaming the entire week of DreamHack because the only days that I'm not at DreamHack, I'm also working to try and have as much money as possible for DreamHack. So that week I'll be taking off. That's not this upcoming week, but the week after. So there will be a schedule for this upcoming week. It's not finished yet, but it will be finished and posted tonight. And then I will go to DreamHack, take pictures at DreamHack, and we'll do another one of these streams for talking about my time at DreamHack with as many pictures as I can get that don't have me in them. But don't worry, there will still be plenty of pictures I take of me because I'm going to be cosplaying. I might, this is a big might, we'll see how I feel like my body looks. I might take a picture in the cosplay and put like an emoji or something over my face and post that in the Discord. I'm too scared to put my actual body on a stream though. Anyone could see this at any time. Only people who actually care enough about me to go in my Discord are gonna see it in the Discord. But yes, expect more of these streams for when I go places because I like doing this. It was fun. It was easy to set up. Yeah. Expect more streams where I'm holding plushies now that I have figured out how to do this. I have unlimited power. I know that the hand position I have for the holding plushies is weird. It's the best hands I could find in the assets I have. If anyone else has a better, looks more like it's holding something hand asset, please send it my way. But it's fine. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you everybody for learning about the aquarium with me. I hope everyone got to feel like they kind of got to experience it, because I know a lot of people were nowhere near these events, and so I was blessed to be near enough that I can actually travel there and do it. Thank you everybody for coming. It is very late, so I should probably end the stream so people should go to bed. We'll see how OBS handles ending the stream since I've been writing it on a prayer this whole time. More arms that match my model. More things you could do. I'll be messaging you about that in a minute. Okay. Thank you everybody for coming. This is fun. I'm gonna do it again with more adventures. Probably more aquariums, definitely cons. Okay, have a good night everyone!